It's week 10 and the big game is here. It's Dover and New Philadelphia battling for a playoff berth here at Crater Stadium in Dover. I'm Scott Robinson along with Chuck Rest. Chuck, this is one we've waited for all season long, and it looks like it's going to live up to the hype.
Well, I think you're right. You know, from week one, we looked down. We thought both of these teams have a possibility to be where they're at in week 10. They are where they're at. Crowd's going to be in it. Great standing room only, I think. Going to be a heck of a football game tonight.
When you look at teams, I've been asked all week long, who do you think is going to win? I'm not going to put you on the spot there, but what are some things both teams are going to have to do well?
For New Philadelphia, control the football. I think you can't you just got to be able to control the football all night long, take the ball in, make the best of your opportunities you have. For Dover, consistency, they're going to do what they do. They're not going to change everything that they've done. New Philly's seen. They're not going to change what they do. I think maybe the key tonight is going to be Dover's defense if they're going to be able to stop New Philly.
All right, we'll come back. We'll talk to both coaches in our contest in a moment, so stay with us here on the Eric Bauer pregame show right here on TV2 Sports.
As the area's leader in direct-to-garment printing, you won't be surprised by Dennison T-Shirt Graphics' huge range of services: screen printing, banners, engraving, graphic design, and embroidery. They offer just about anything you can imagine, like shirts, mugs, hats, plaques, trophies, and more. They're located right here in New Philadelphia on the south side and on the web at DennisonT-shirt.com.
We're always looking for better ways to do things, but with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached Megabank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at First Federal Community Bank. Do you Kasasa?
Since 1972, Taylor Insurance and Financial Services has been serving the Tuscarawas Valley with friendly and professional advice. With over 100 years of combined experience, Taylor Insurance and Financial Services offers the best in auto and home insurance, 401k rollovers, IRA transfers, and a full line of property and casualty coverage. With 2 locations to serve you, 4th Street Northwest in New Philadelphia and on 2nd Street in Coshocton, there's no need to look any further than Taylor Insurance and Financial Services.
And back on the Attorney Eric Bauer pregame show with New Philadelphia head coach Matt Dennison. And Coach, it's here, week 10, Dover Philly week. You've been through this a couple of times before, but every week is different.
Absolutely, and it's a different experience each and every year, and we've got to, we know what to expect with a lot of the different activities that go on through the week, but we get through that each and every week, and then the game is a new challenge each and every year. The teams know each other. I mean, the teams know each other really well, and but each team has their little nuances each and every year because of the guys they have.
As we look at the season from start to where we're at right now, what's been the biggest difference in your team? What have you seen maturity-wise with your team as you've gone through the first 9 weeks?
Well, I think on both sides of the ball, we've gained a lot. Defensively, we had some big spots to fill, and I think our second-level guys, our first-level guys are much improved from last year. We're really getting after the quarterback. Our defensive line has gotten much, much better. Our second-level guys have really progressed, and they've really grown throughout the year. And then on the back half, we've got a lot of our experience back there, so we've been able to get better and mesh each and every week a little bit better. And I think last week was a real good week. And then on the offensive side of the ball, I think we've just gotten crisp and really well timed because we are so veteran. I think that the timing has just gotten a little bit better each and every week. Yeah,
it really seems like you're a senior-laden team, which really I think is important. The kids understand the game. They understand the implications of the game and the immense size of the game, I guess, in the community. Does that give you a little bit more of a comfort level going into Friday night's games?
Well, the fact that our senior class, about 6 or 7 of them were starting that game as sophomores. So that's a big help for those guys. They've been through it twice, and they know what it's like, and I think they can calm themselves a lot quicker than a kid maybe starting for his very first time. And really, we've got much of our team that played a major role in the games the last 2 years.
You know, really, it comes down a little bit offensively. You know, you look for Jamal Johnson to have a big game. Caleb Beans also needs to have a big game.
Absolutely. We need to do exactly what we've done all year. We've got to make them play base by being able to be balanced. And you know, if they want to load up the run, you know, we're gonna throw the ball a lot. And if they want to sit back and put 7 in the box, then we're gonna throw it. And that, you know, that's no secret, and we know that. So, you know, we can. I'm sure Dover will give us a little bit of both. So we'll have to adjust as the game goes on and see what they give us.
What bothers you most about the Tornadoes?
Well, you know, they you know, their program is a great program, and they have, you know, I've told a lot of people, if you look at the history, they're the last 10 years, I think they're the winningest program in the state, and as far as the playoffs go. So, you know, they have that tradition going for them that. Yeah, we've got to make sure that we just, you know, play the team out there and not worry about what's happened, you know, what they've done in the past, and worry about what happens this week. And you know, I think that's one thing. I think they can get loose. Offensively, they're 5 wides, they're spread, and they're gonna definitely you know, take their shots. And you're gonna have to be really disciplined. You're gonna have to really tackle well in space.
Well, we really want to congratulate you too for being the all-time winningest coach now at New Philadelphia High School. So congratulations on that, and good luck Friday night.
Thank you.
Head coach Matt Dennison of the New Philadelphia Quakers will be back with more in a moment here on the Attorney Eric Bauer pregame show on TV2 Sports. And back on the Attorney Eric Bauer pregame show with head coach Dan Ift of the Dover Tornadoes. Coach, it's a big week. It's got to be a little bit of a challenge to keep the kids focused, but I know everybody's looking forward to Friday night.
I think the kids are real focused, Scott. They really get excited about the week and all the festivities and the importance of the game. And it's if not the greatest, one of the greatest rivalries in the state of Ohio, and our kids are very well aware of that, and they feel very privileged to be a part of it.
You look at the New Philadelphia Quakers, they can hurt you both through the air and on the ground.
Well, they're very multidimensional. Matt's made it a point to be that way since he's been there. Not afraid to throw the ball at any time. He's got a very good quarterback, very good receivers, and of course, we all know about Jamal. So, very difficult team to defend.
What about your own team? You finally settled in on Merrick at the quarterback spot, and everything seems to have been rolling along here the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Merrick's played exceptionally well and handled himself real well throughout all the experimentation and trying to figure out what our personality was going to be. And we've settled in on what we feel pretty comfortable with, and we're playing to Merrick's strengths, and he's doing a great job with the offense and extremely confident, and very proud of his maturity and how he's been leading our team.
Final question, how about a couple of keys for the game?
Well, we can't turn the ball over. You don't want to turn over any game, but especially against a good football team like New Philadelphia, because they'll make you pay. And I think to play the lines up front on offense and defense, because they've got some pretty good size up there. And I think their D-line and O-line with their coaching and their players do a pretty darn good job.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you, man.
Head coach Dan Ift of the Dover Tornadoes. That's been the Attorney Eric Bauer pregame show. Stand by for the Ferris Chevrolet kickoff in a moment, right here on TV2 Sports.
Lost your car keys? Chip key not working? No problem. We can make and program keys at your location. Locked out of your house or need residential or commercial lock replacement? Spare Key Locksmith, your certified mobile locksmith in New Philadelphia, comes to you to help. Bonded, insured, AAA approved, a proud member of the Better Business Bureau. Spare Key Locksmith even offers design and installation of master key systems. Estimates are free. Call 330-340-6098. We accept all major credit cards. Spare Key Locksmith, the key to your success.
Omni Orthopedics comprehensive programs provide early diagnosis and successful treatment for every musculoskeletal problem. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. From evaluation to rehabilitation, your treatment plan is designed around your needs. Omni Orthopedics specializes in sports medicine, the spine, physical medicine and rehabilitation, foot and ankle, and hand surgery. If pain makes activities like climbing stairs, standing or walking a challenge, turn to the home team at Omni Orthopedics. Their mission is to provide you with the highest quality and most advanced orthopedic services so you can get back in the game. Located in the Oxford Medical Arts Building, Omni offers a full-service facility, including digital x-ray and physical therapy. So there's no need to travel when quality care is so close to home. Omni Orthopedics, setting the standard in orthopedic care.
Hi, I'm Elaine with Naturally Green Cleaning Service. My staff and I are dedicated to outstanding customer service, taking great care and focusing on your specific cleaning preferences and needs. We use eco-friendly cleaners that are safe for your family, employees, and even your pets. Services we provide include general home and office, windows, deep cleans for spring and fall, and also final cleans for new construction. Mention this commercial and receive $20 off any new service. Check out our website or call us today for your free estimate.
And welcome back to Crater Stadium in Dover as we get ready for the annual rivalry game between New Philadelphia and Dover. It's Week 10, a lot on the line, including a playoff berth in Division III, Region 9. Scott Robinson along with Chuck Rest, and certainly this game, the 110th meeting, Dover with 53 wins, New Philadelphia with 47. There have been 9 ties. Dover's won 8 games in a row. They survived last year on a Felipe Bravo field goal late in the game, and they also successfully defended a 2-point conversion attempt late in the contest in 2011 here at Crater Stadium as well. As we mentioned, they do have a chance to match their longest winning streak in the rivalry with a win tonight. They hold the record of 9 wins in a row from 1995 to 2003. The Quakers last won in 2004 and 2005. In all, over the last 19 games, Dover is 17-2. As we look at our contest, let's move on here to our Spare Key Locksmith's keys to the game. Spare Key Locksmith has been serving the Tuscarawas Valley and 6 surrounding counties for over 8 years. They program transponders and will cut keys at your location. Spare Key Locksmith, the key to your success. Okay, Chuck, set it up for us.
Well, let's look at the Quakers first. Things that I think they're going to have to really be, on top of their game is tonight. Their rushing game has got to be good. Caleb Beans has got to be able to, get in there and complete passes when Dover's bringing a rush on him, whether they're short passes, what they may be. That's number one for them. And then on the Quaker side, on defense, they've just got to be able to limit, and I mean really limit any big plays to any of the offense. If they get that 6-yard pass, which they're used to doing, 12-yard passes, make the tackle, make them play another play instead of giving up 6. On Dover's side, offensively, I just think they're not going to change anything. They've done this for many, many years. As I said in the pregame when we talked about it, they're just going to need to be patient. They're going to need to be looking at some big plays. And the key, I really think, Scott, to tonight's ball game may be the defensive front of the Tornadoes. Can they stop Jamal Johnson?
All right, those are the keys to the game, brought to you by Spare Key Locksmith. Spare Key Locksmith's been serving the Tuscarawas Valley and 6 surrounding counties for over 8 years. As we look at our Omni Orthopedics injury update, if you've been sidelined, get back in the game with the home team at Omni Orthopedics. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. And right now, both teams healthy. They came out of last week's games without any problems, so they are at full go for this very big game here at Crater Stadium. Our injury update brought to you by Omni Orthopedics. If you've been sidelined, get back in the game with the home team at Omni Orthopedics. With more than 30 years of orthopedic experience, their physicians offer patient-centered treatment for all ages. As we move on with our pregame activities here at Crater Stadium in Dover, let's take a look at the Dover Tornadoes. They're under, of course, veteran coach Dan Ift. 7-2 on the season. Their losses to Austintown Fitch and Zanesville, both teams that have done very well throughout this year, and you expect to hear more about them come playoff time here, which will start next week. Dover's wins against Lauren Park, Ashland, Canfield, Toledo Waite, Cambridge, Coshocton, and Marietta. Offensively, they've been averaging 158 yards a game rushing, 272 272 yards passing. Merrick Mamarella has started the first couple of games of the season. They experimented a little bit. They finally settled on him in the middle of the season. On the year, he is 102 of 151 passing attempts, 68%, 1,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Rushing, Merrick Mamarella also leading the attack for the Tornadoes, 65 carries for 281 yards. The big receiver for the Tornadoes, Corey Contini, 62 catches, over 1,100 yards, averaging about 19 yards per catch, 17 touchdowns. Shea Smith and Evan Snyder not far behind. Smith with 33 catches for 517 yards, and Evan Snyder 25 catches for 315 yards. Defensively, they're led by Mick Fischel, Alex Bowman, and Jordan Doty, the ones you'd expect from the linebacker spot, making a lot of tackles. Chuck, how about the New Philadelphia Quakers?
Well, as you look at New Philadelphia, Caleb Beans has definitely been their go-to guy at quarterback, but let's look at him as their wins and losses. They are coming into tonight's game with 8 wins and 1 loss. Their only loss being to Zanesville at 28-14. They have had wins over Canton Central Catholic, Olentangy Orange, Massillon Perry, Youngstown East, Northwest, Claymont, Marietta, and Cambridge. Like I said, their only loss has been to Zanesville. They average about 275 yards rushing per game, 157 yards passing. Caleb Beans, as I said, is their gunner from the quarterback spot. He's 85 of 156 for 1,420 yards, and he's had 17 TDs with 5 interceptions. The man on the hour is Jamal Johnson, rushing the football. He's rushed the ball this year 203 times for 175 yards, 8.74 yards, 197 yards per game, and 24 touchdowns.
And there you see the Quakers coming on the field as we get ready for this one. And Chuck, certainly Jamal Johnson's a key, but there are a lot of other players as well that may factor into this contest.
Well, the great thing about it is, Scott, receiving-wise, Mitchell Pape has been the go-to guy. He's had 36 catches this year for 661 yards. They've also thrown the ball to Jamal Johnson with 15 receptions. Logan Geib has had 13 catches. Defensively, they're led up front by Blake Burgess and Mark Barrow. Burgess with 86 tackles, Barrow with 67. Barrow leads the team in sacks with 7. And from linebacker spots and secondary, Logan Geib, 66 tackles. Boston Walsh has had 4 interceptions, as Javon Morrow has also led with 3 interceptions for the Quakers.
Let's take a look at the starting offensive lineup for the New Philadelphia Quakers as they will receive, as we mentioned, Caleb Beans will start at the quarterback spot. Jamal Johnson in the backfield. Mitchell Pape and Skylar Dillahay along with Jovan Morrow will be the tight ends and the receivers. The fullback will be Mark Barrow, and across the line, Austin Ballantyne, Casey Kinsey, Corey Rieger, Sam Shook, and Hunter Stein. For the Dover Tornadoes, who are getting ready to enter the field, their defensive unit for the Dover Tornadoes in this 110th meeting. And for the Tornadoes, they're led across the line by Mick Fischel, Tamarcus Williams, Jake Armstrong, Dylan Stevens, and Jalen Woods. Alex Bowman and Jordan Dowdy, the inside linebackers. The deep backs, Caleb Scepter, Jacob Bambeck, Jordan Mills, and Johnny DeGidio. As the Tornadoes ready to come out of their little tunnel on the far side. And Chuck, I'll tell you, this one's going to be as good as probably any game we've seen in a long time.
Well, I think so. This was a great game the last 2 years. I don't look for anything less, Scott, on this football game here. The thing about it is, I guess if you look at like a little bit of experience, you're looking at New Philadelphia starting mostly seniors this year, and Dover's mostly a junior Latin team. But I still think that this is just going to be one heck of a football game tonight.
I think we all have that feeling. Certainly, you have there's a definite air of something special is going to happen here tonight.
Oh, I think so. And we've got a great crowd on hand tonight, and I just think, and you might look at something. I know we've talked about Beans, we've talked about Johnson, we've talked about Mamarilla, we've talked about Contini. Don't be surprised if somebody might come out of the shell tonight and make the play that nobody expects to.
And that's always the way it happens in this game. The unexpected hero, the fellow that makes the interception or the kid that picks up the fumble recovery and returns it for a touchdown. All those kind of things, those are the weird types of things. The special, the fake punt or whatever. those kind of things that you just never know in this game, because there always seems to be one or two plays that this game really turns on.
And also with both of these coaches being such experienced coaches and great individual people, they always seem to have something up their sleeve, you know what I mean, that they haven't shown all year long, and it might be just that one thing at that one time that might just break this game one way or the other.
Our kickoff brought to you by Ferris Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and Toyota. If you haven't seen their new facilities and the new Chevrolets, see Pat Ferris, Dan Hostetler, or any of the Ferris wheels at the new Ferris on Wabash Avenue in New Philadelphia. We are just about ready to go in this one.
Well, like you said, New Philly won the toss. You see so many times a team winning the toss and deferring to the second half. I think New Philly come into this game thinking if we win that toss, we want the ball right off the bat.
Jamal Johnson and Greg Cunningham are back, along with Cade Bates, to receive the kick from Anthony DeGidio. And we're just about ready to kick off this 110th meeting.
Well, this is kind of a new setup right now where you've got, 3 guys deep. Usually there's only been 2. Bates is the lone guy in the back.
And the kickoff will be taken by Cunningham. They've got a little bit of wedge to the far side. If he can get there, couldn't get there, and the Quakers will start at the 20-yard line. Nice job by the Tornadoes to bring down Cunningham.
And let's look a little bit tonight, too. I think Cunningham might be the shadow man, you know what I mean, in the Quaker offense. He's had a good season this year. Hasn't been, seeing the ball a whole lot, but tonight wouldn't surprise me if he gets a few more touches than normal.
Mitchell Pape last week made some great catches. Certainly he is capable at the wideout spot. And Caleb Beans is very capable of throwing the football down the field. First down and 10 here for the Quakers. They'll shift into the I formation. Jamal Johnson lined up behind Mark Barrow. He'll get the first carry. Slips through the line of tacklers and out to the 29-yard line. And they stuffed the box, and he got to the third line very quickly.
Well, that's going to be the key right there, I think, that you're going to see 5 carry the ball quite a bit tonight, but somehow, some way, that Dover line is going to figure out they're going to have to give him 2 and 3 yards instead of 7 or 8.
It'll be second down and about a yard after the gain of 9. 3 wideouts on second down and 1 for the Quakers. In the backfield is Cunningham. Beans looks to pass to the left side. They've got a man. It's Mitchell Pape. He'll be taken out of bounds around the 38-yard line. And it'll be good enough for the first down. And the Quakers starting out very well offensively.
They are, and I like this mix-up at 2nd and 1. Go ahead and throw the football. And, if you have an incomplete, you're still at 3rd and 1 with figuring out Jamal can get a first down for you. But I think that's a good shot right there. You see right now that we got a new quarterback. Let me see. No, we don't. We still got Beans in there.
The I formation lined up behind Beans. The handoff to Johnson, left side. Sneaks through for about 4 yards, out to the 44-yard line.
That's something we kind of missed last week when we saw Pape come in. Beans went out a couple times. Pape was the one who tried to throw a touchdown pass. So let's kind of see something that might happen right there, too.
So nice gain by Jamal Johnson on first down. Second down and about 5. Geib split wide to the right side. Pape to the left. In the backfield, Johnson and Barrow. They'll pitch it to Johnson. Johnson's got some room if he can turn the corner. Tornadoes do a nice job getting out there. Jacob Bambeck is there, along with Jalen Woods.
You mentioned a couple of times, Scott, while we were talking, if Dover wants to go in there and put everybody in that box, he breaks one tackle, which we've seen him do many times this year. He's going to get big gains on him. So it's going to be interesting to see what Dover's defense does.
Actually, it was Mick Fischel there on the far side. 8 and 9 looks a little bit alike in these jersey numerals. So third down and 2. Big play here for the Quakers early on. See what the Tornado defense has cranked up. Boy, they have stuffed the box. Beans is going to pass. Has a man open. Pape's there. Got the catch, and he'll have the first down at about the 47-yard line of the Tornadoes.
So far, I really like, Coach Dennison's play calling right now as much as he's mixing it up. We haven't seen him mix it up this much this year. So I think he's wanting to come out with Caleb Beans, getting his feet under him and having success early.
Well, that's one point I was going to make. I think they want to get him a little bit of confidence early on. And, so if they need it later, he'll be comfortable. Beans looks to go long. They got a man down there. Bambeck is out there, just overthrown at the 12-yard line. Mitchell Pape was out there and had a step. It'll be second down and 10.
Got the ball on your, their side of the field right there. Not a bad first down call, I think, to just make sure to loosen that defense up from Dover a little bit.
So it'll be second down and 10 here with 9:24 to go first quarter. No score between Dover and New Philadelphia, just underway at Crater Stadium. In motion is Geib coming to the right side. The handoff to Johnson. He's taken down for a loss. Big defensive effort by Johnny DeGidio. They throw Johnson for a loss back to the 47-yard line of the Quakers.
Big play right there by DeGidio. That was something that I think Dover really needed right now, as New Philadelphia was kind of having their own way with the Quaker defense. And you can see right there, DeGidio just came between the tackle and the guard, and nobody touched him, and he was able to bring Jamal down.
So it's third down and 15, and you know that's not a down and distance the Quakers are necessarily comfortable with here. So Beans under pressure. He's going to pass across the middle. Intercepted by the Tornadoes. Jordan Doty's got it. The Tornadoes get the first turnover of the game, and that is always huge in a contest like this one.
That was real big, and if we see the replay right here, there was one I think Caleb just tried to force in there to Jamal. You can see Jamal in the top of your screen coming across the middle, and I think Caleb just had his eyes on Jamal the whole way, stepped right in front. You can see he was double covered and almost triple covered in that. So huge play for the Tornadoes to stop New Philadelphia on that drive.
We'll set the offense and defense of these two teams here in a moment. Merrick Mamarella at the quarterback spot. They'll come out with the five wides. Contini, Smith, Abel, Snyder, and Bowman on first down and 10. Mamarella across the middle. He's got a man there. It's Shea Smith. Smith breaks it to the outside, slips a couple of tackles, and still on his feet near the first down marker at about the 40-yard line of the Quakers.
Well, you can say Smith had the first down there with a game of about 10 or 11, and he ended up trying to dance around there a little bit, but did get him a first down.
So we'll go with the old school fashion. Austin Laughlin, Luke Filippi, Josh Sircone, Javen Carter, and Brandon Myers across the front. With Merrick Mamarella at the quarterback spot. They'll drop back on first down and 10. Quakers shoot a blitzer, and Blake Burgess gets there and has the big loss on the Dover Tornadoes.
Well, if you see that one there, Scott, what they did was, you can see it here on the replay, it was pretty much a delayed blitz where they let everybody get a hat on a hat, and then Burgess just came through with untouched, and he was able to bring Mamarella down. So two big defensive plays, one by the Tornadoes, one by the Quakers.
It'll be second down and 19 from the 49-yard line. Tornadoes benefited from the first turnover of the game. Mamarella throws to the outside. Caught by Contini. Spectacular catch at about the 40-yard line.
Johnson had good coverage on him that time, and they almost double covered there, and Contini was just able to go up in the air and make the catch.
Tornado defense across the front line. It'll be Casey Kinsey, Sam Shook, Mark Barrow, Blake Burrell, and Jovan Morrow. The linebackers, Nick Incarnato and Blake Burgess. Boston Waltz, Greg Cunningham, Jamal Johnson, and Logan Geib finish out the defensive set for the Quakers. It's third down and 10 for the Tornadoes from the Quaker 40-yard line.
Defensively, right now, I'm not sure what the Quakers think defense are in. They're having a little trouble, but now they are blitzing.
Mamarella is going to be taken down again. Burgess gets another tackle for a loss all the way back to the 48-yard line, and the Tornadoes will have to punt it away.
Well, great job there by the Quakers defense. A couple blitzes, and I think that's what New Philadelphia is going to have to do, is they're going to have to get after Mamarella, because you just can't let him sit back there and throw the football. So two good defensive series, for one for each team.
So Kyle Abel will kick it away. Jamal Johnson back for the Quakers. It's going to take a bounce right into Jamal Johnson's hands at the 8-yard line. Out to the 10 and taken down around the 12-yard line. Nice play there by Jacob Bambeck on special teams for the Tornadoes.
Well, now I'd have to say, Scott, that both of them been on defense. Both of them been on offense. Now I think the jitters are out of everybody's shoes right now, and now it's getting down to, I think, playing football. And now let's see if anybody becomes conservative and doing what they want to do.
Well, the Tornadoes didn't capitalize on the first opportunity, so Quakers might have dodged a bullet there.
That's very true.
Johnson in the slot left. Cunningham lined up behind Beans. Johnson in motion. They'll give him the handoff, and he has nowhere to go. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, as there were a lot of Tornadoes waiting on that one. Jake Armstrong was in there, also Dylan Stevens. And it'll be 2nd down and 9. They're going to give him a yard gain. 6:06 to go here, first quarter. No score between Dover and New Philadelphia.
Well, the Quakers are going to have to get the ball out of this end zone, because if not, you're going to put Dover in pretty good field position again. So they got to pick up a first down here.
The handoff to Johnson, and he's got maybe a yard or two. And right now, the Dover defensive line overpowered Philly's offensive line.
Yes, they did on that one, because I'll tell you what, they just looked like New Philadelphia's offensive line was standing up, and I'm not sure whether they stood up or Dover stood them up on that one, but that was a nice defensive play by the Tornado line.
Don't forget about Uncommon Grounds Coffee Shop, located at 243 West 3rd Street in downtown Dover. They're open Monday through Saturday. Stop in and enjoy some coffee or one of their smoothies or frozen shivers. Uncommon Grounds Coffee Shop on West 3rd Street in Dover. 3rd down and 9 with 5:11 to go here in this first quarter. No score on the Parkway Superstore scoreboard. Johnson in motion. This time he'll clear all the way through. Beans looks across the middle of the field, in trouble, being pressured, tripped up, taken down at the 3-yard line. As the Dover Tornadoes, with a big sack by Brady Faust.
I'll tell you what, that's 2 plays that Faust had. He made the play on Jamal Johnson when he was running a little bit of the counter reverse, and then he made that play right there on Beans. So Tornadoes should get pretty good field position. This is a big key for Mitchell Pape to get this football out of here and have a good punt on this one.
Corey Contini standing back at his 40-yard line. Good snap. Kick is away. A floater. Contini is going to let it go out of bounds, and it will be somewhere in the vicinity of between probably the 30 and 35-yard line. They're still going to mark it right about the 30-yard line, so a short field here for the Tornadoes.
And that's the thing right now, and again, you and I had a lot of time to talk a little bit tonight, and I know with Willie Grove I talked a little bit. You can't give Dover too many short fields tonight, because at some point in time they capitalize.
For complete insurance coverage for your home, auto, life, or commercial needs, call the professional team at Hanhart Insurance with 5 agents to serve you. Located at 122 West 3rd Street in Dover, or call them at 330-343-7767, or visit them online at hanhartinsurance.com. Building trust for over 100 years, Hanhart Insurance. First down and 10 for the Tornadoes from the Quaker 30-yard line. Second opportunity for the Tornadoes offensively. The screen across the middle to Smith. He's going to have some running room. And he will have a nice run down to about the 24-yard line. They'll pick up 6. Could have been more. So a nice job by the Quakers to shut it down quickly.
Javon Morrow made a nice tackle out there in the open field to see that he'd get it. Now, you see what Dover did right here compared to what they did in the first series they had. If New Philadelphia is going to bring the pressure, they're just going to throw that little middle screen in there and pick up 6-7 yards.
Smith is in the backfield with Mammarella on 2nd down and 3. They'll hand it off to Smith. Smith over the left side. Nothing there as Barrow rode him to the ground. Also at the bottom of that pile for the Quakers was Casey Kinsey.
I think just overall, and I may be totally wrong on this, but I think it's going to be tough for Dover to sustain, running plays on the Quakers' defensive line. That's got to be some of their strength.
3rd down and about 5 for the Tornadoes at the 25-yard line of the Quakers. This time they'll hand it off again to Smith. Smith turns the corner. Looks like he's going to be a little short at about the 21-yard line. And I think obviously you're in a go situation here. I've got to think. I'm not sure they'll try a field goal.
No, I think you're in with this 4th down right here. I think you're going to see them come up and try to get the yard. But
it looks like they're going to bring in their jumbo package here on 4th and 1. They'll stack them up. And Bowman will be the deep back. They try to draw him off. They'll give it to Bowman. Bowman gets hit. Bowman's going to be, oh boy, I think he's going to be short.
Very close. Nope, they've already called it. That's the Quaker football.
So a great job by the Quaker defense as they hold Dover. And I'll tell you what, that is a huge series for the New Philly defense.
Look at it this way: huge Dover defensive play and made New Philly punt. They had great field position on the 30-yard line. New Philly turns around, has a great defensive series. He's going to get the ball back now on about the 21-yard line. So just good football.
Yeah, it's been a great first quarter here with 2:35 to go. No score between these two teams. Scott Robinson and Chuck Rest enjoying this one from high atop Crater Stadium. We've already had a turnover, but it didn't amount to much. They've swapped field position a couple of times, but the Quakers have it now on the 20-yard line, and we've got a penalty flag.
That's the first penalty of the game. Got the Quakers for delay of game. So
that'll give us time to tell you quickly about Speedy Septic. Speedy operates as a family-owned business serving the surrounding area for over 40 years. Speedy's services include commercial, industrial, restaurant, and farm services, encompassing all non-hazardous liquid waste hauling and disposal. Speedy also provides full-service residential and commercial sewer and drain cleaning. First down and 15 for the Quakers at their own 16-yard line. Beans looks to the outside's got a man there, and not much there for Jamal Johnson as he had to dive for it. And probably back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
You know, look back to that delay of game penalty, and I'll say something about, we saw these officials already this year, and I'll tell you one thing about this group. They put the ball in play quickly. So that might be a key that you're going to have to know that you're going to have to get up to the line and move, or you might have a delay of game like the Quakers just had.
Second down and 15. Jamal Johnson, the lone setback behind Beans. Beans rolling to his right. They look for the screen. Johnson's got it. Johnson's got some running room, and then he is quickly taken down around the 27-yard line. Gain of about 11. It'll be a third down for the Quakers as we get another look, thanks to Ferris.
Yeah, like you said, Johnson was the only guy in the backfield. They just rode him up and then was going to run a little bit of a screen left. He was just fine, and Dover didn't stop. They just come at the quarterback, but you have to give the Tornadoes credit right there. You know, he picked up about 9 or 10 yards on that one, but wasn't enough for a first down.
Nice hit there by Alex Bowman. Here on third down and 4. The snap to Beans. They look across the middle. Johnson's got it. Quakers have a first down. Nice play there. They got the quick 5 yards.
It did. You could see it right now. You knew what they were calling. They were looking at the hot receiver because they saw that Dover was going to send a linebacker from that side, and Jamal got just enough for the first down.
It's first down and 10 for the Quakers at their own 33-yard line. Well-played game here in this first quarter. No score between Dover and New Philadelphia. Johnson in motion. Beans rolling to his right.
Ball's loose! Cunningham comes up with it for the Quakers. Great. Well, there was a lucky break right there because they were running the option that time this way with Cunningham as the eye back, and Beans decided to keep it. You can see it here on the replay. Sends Johnson in motion. Put Cunningham in the backfield. They're going to run the option, and Caleb saw something up there he liked, but got to take care of the old pigskin.
Looked like Jordan Doty might have been the player there that got a hand on it. Second down and 9 for New Philadelphia out of the I formation. And Johnson stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Tornadoes waiting on that one. As DeGidio there at the bottom of that pile along with Jake Armstrong. And that is, go ahead.
No, after that first series where Jamal, looked like he was going to run wild tonight, Dover's defensive has played, pretty solid on him.
That is the end of the first quarter. No score between Dover and New Philadelphia. We'll come back with second quarter action in a moment right here on TV2 Sports.
For chronic sinusitis sufferers, the idea of going to the hospital for invasive surgery may deter them from getting help. But thanks to Dr. Kurt Guerin, ENT, those days are over. Dr. Guerin is the first ear, nose, and throat specialist in Northeast Ohio to regularly offer balloon sinuplasty right in the comfort of his own office in Dover.
We live in a fast-paced world. Say goodbye to searching books and search engines for all the answers. Now there's iTowns. From finding a place to dine or locating your family doctor, you can also check out the high school game of the week from TV2 Sports. Get your answer with just one click. iTowns has it all.
Ready to start the second quarter. No score between New Philadelphia and Dover. Quickly now to our Haas Body Shop quarter recap. Tell you what, both teams had a couple of possessions. It's been an entertaining game. We've had a turnover already. Other than that, not much going on here as we head to the second quarter. And that's been the Haas Body Shop quarter recap, brought to you by Haas Body Shop on West Broadway in Dover. 3rd down and 9. Big play here for the Quakers. They look across the middle. They've got Jamal Johnson there, and he'll have the catch out to the 47-yard line. And another first down for the Quakers.
Nice throw and catch right there by Beans to Johnson. Picked up a first down just on a little bit of a slant play. And Dover was bringing a little bit of pressure, just couldn't quite get to Beans on that one.
That's one thing. The New Philadelphia offensive line is doing a pretty good job protecting Caleb Beans. When he wants to throw, he's had the time to do it. Cunningham lined up behind Beans. Johnson in the slot to the right side on first down and 10. Beans drops back, looks across the middle. Nobody open. Throws across the middle. Man's there. Johnson's got it. And he'll be taken down around the 43-yard line, and it's going to be close to another first down. Looks like they'll have it.
Well, you can see on the replay right here, they're putting Johnson, out in the slot, and he just ran a deep end pattern. I think if you can't quite see it right now, but he was ready for the ball right now, and I don't think Caleb could pick him up. So he was able to hit him, though, when he opened back up again, and enough for a first down.
First down and 10 for the Quakers at the Dover 42-yard line. The handoff to Johnson, had some running room, got tripped up on an ankle tackle there by Brady Faust at about the 40, actually down to the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4 after the gain of 6, and it looks like Jamal Johnson's picking up a little confidence too.
Yep. Faust did a nice job making that ankle tackle on him, because I think if not, he might have seen him in the red Dover end zone on that one.
2nd down and 4. Johnson lined up behind Beans. They'll hand it to him. Breaks it to the outside, has some running room. Brought down at the 24-yard line, another first down, and Jamal Johnson running with some determination there as Johnny DeGidio had to make the tackle.
Well, you saw on that one right there that he was trying to get up in between the tackle and Javon Morrow at the tight end, and he just saw that was all closed in, so that's what Jamal does great for him. He just bounces it outside.
So the Quakers here with an opportunity to put some points on the board. I think it's always important in this game to be the first one on the board.
Yeah, it sure helps on this one. You don't want to play from behind in this game.
Cunningham in motion. Beans drops back, looks to the outside. There's nobody there, but we had some defensive pass interference as Jamal Johnson's on the ground over there.
Yeah, he's just getting up. He got hit right there. He tried to run a little bit of an out and up from the backfield, and I'm not quite sure who it was that put the helmet on him and knocked him down, but he was able to get the flag on that one.
So it'll be half the distance, and that's a big penalty against the Tornadoes. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Quakers at the Dover 12-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to be able to pick up a first down if they have to before they score.
So Barrow comes back in. Pape is on the sidelines. Johnson, the deep back. Quakers facing a blitz by the Tornadoes, and a penalty flag is down. And it's going to be a 5-yarder against the Quakers. So a 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 at the 17-yard line. So the Quakers now shot themselves in the foot here just a little bit. See what they can do. They hand off to Johnson. Johnson nailed by Bowman down around the 10-yard line, but a gain of 7 in an area where it's very tough sledding.
Well, that was just a typical lead play that Coach Dennison has had in the playbook forever, and that's still a good pickup of about 5 or 6 yards on that play for Johnson leading Barrow up through.
Positive yardage, 2nd down and 9. So they got back to penalty +1. Pape wide to the left side. Beans will pitch it to Johnson to the right side. Has a little bit of running room, and he's down inside the 5-yard line before Jalen Wood's able to get him.
Well, just a little bit of a misdirection there as they brought the line and everybody to the left and then threw it back, tossed it back to Jamal going right. And nice pickup by the Quakers on that one. Got him, down into, like we said, able to get a 1st down if they don't score on this play. So but again, this 4-down territory, Scott.
3rd down and 3. Out of the power I, Cunningham in the backfield along with Barrow. They hand off to Johnson. Johnson's going to be tackled from behind as one of the Tornadoes able to get in there and make the stop. It looks like DeGidio again was able to sneak around.
Too, aren't they?
And they're going to be short. It'll be 4th down.
Well, now, what do you think? Got to go?
Well, they're going to go for it.
I think they're in the same situation. They're going to go a big power. They're just going to go with their power I set, most likely with double tight ends. And
3 points isn't going to win you this game.
No, and you're right. And, you just got to be able to, offensive lines just got to be able to line up and play.
4th down and a couple. Beans looks to throw. Throws to the backside of the end zone. Touchdown to Jovan Morrow.
Nice call by Coach Dennison and the Quaker staff right there as they packed everybody in. You can see here, and we said double tight as they come out and lined up in the power I, stepped up in and blocked, Johnson picked up the blitzing linebacker. Beans waited till Morrow was open, threw it to him in the end zone. Dover couldn't quite get there. 6 points for the Quakers.
So Graham Sabo on to attempt the extra point. Good snap. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 7-0. The Quakers jump out to a lead here on the road at Dover with 8:13 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, you said it, Scott. I mean, you don't want to play from behind in this game, and the first team on the board right there was going to be, it's just got to be such a big momentum builder for you.
Well, you know what? That shows a lot of confidence by Matt Dennison and his team to get the job done.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And great confidence in Caleb Beans on that one, too, because, he completed a few passes early, moved him down the field a little bit. We haven't seen, Javon Morrow in any of the receptions so far. Down on the goal line, he gets 6.
They ran a play similar to that in one of the games this year at New Philadelphia. I don't know. It wasn't against Cambridge. I think it was maybe Northwest.
I think it was Northwest. You're right.
And that was a similar play that they ran there. They just brought him along the backside of the end zone.
Just the tight end drag across the back of the end zone. And like I said, Caleb threw it right at the right time.
Don't forget about Contini Financial Services. They're serving the surrounding area. You can call them at 330-364-1603. Ohio National Financial Services. Life changes will be there. Quakers on the board first. They lead at 7-0. Sabo to kick it away for the Quakers. They'll get it to one of the up men. And out to about the 32-yard line where it's good field position, though, for the Tornadoes. Looked like it was Alex Bowman that might have picked it up.
Yeah, great job by the Quakers to get down there and make that stop, because you don't want to get the Tornadoes out to about the 50-yard line on a return like that and give them a short field. So now we'll just have to see how they come back.
First down and 10 for the Tornadoes at their own 33-yard line, trailing 7-0. 8:09 remaining here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Ohio Heritage Bank halftime report. Also have our Capper Chiropractic halftime adjustments. Mammarella looks down the middle of the field. Contini is there. It's caught by Contini. Big play. He had double coverage. Actually had 3 Quakers out there on him, and he still makes the catch.
Well, there's the key right there to him. You know, he doesn't have a problem at all going up in the middle of anybody and making a catch, and that just goes to show right there.
First down and 10 at the Quaker 36-yard line. Big play for the Tornadoes. Showing some moxie, coming right back after a quick score by the Quakers. First down and 10. Mammarella takes the snap. Across the middle. It goes to Snyder. Snyder will pick up a few yards, maybe about 3 to the 33-yard line. So the Tornadoes going at full tilt here offensively.
Well, I think just looking down there real quick, I don't think the coaching staff liked Mammarella's pick on receivers he threw to right there. I think they wanted to go down in the middle of the field on that one.
So it'll be second down and 7. Mammarella calls out the signals. Sees what defense the Quakers are in. Knows he's in trouble. He's going to run it himself, and not much there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So the Tornadoes, receivers may have had some opportunities that time, and the rush got there, and
the rush got there.
Mammarella had to make a quick decision.
They got there too quick because I'll tell you what, they had 2-on-1 with the safety having to cover 2 people on that one, and they just got Mammarella too quick.
So we've got a timeout here on the field with 6:35 to play in the second quarter. It'll be third down and 7 here for the Tornadoes, and I think you might be right, Chuck. They want to talk about that in their offensive scheme here. They've got to give Mammarella enough time to let the play develop just a little bit.
I think so, because I think right now New Philadelphia's got the offensive line of Dover just a little bit confused because they're jumping back and forth, those linebackers are, and they're not quite sure if they're going to blitz or not, and they're making some changes at the line of scrimmage, and it's kind of hurting them a little bit.
Pangrazio's Pizza and Spaghetti House has 2 locations to serve you at 223 West 3rd Street in Dover and 219 Grant Street in Denison. Before or after the game, plan to try their pizza and spaghetti or add a new twist to your life, their new bread knots. And Mindy's Dover Station, located at 221 West 3rd Street in downtown Dover, is open 7 days a week. They're a home-style breakfast and lunch restaurant. Mindy's cookies and cakes will also be served and available for order. Takeout and catering also available. Third down and 7 for the Dover Tornadoes. At the Quaker 34-yard line, they trail 7-0 on the Parkway Superstore scoreboard. Scott Robinson and Chuck Rest with you, along with Jay Yonders on stats. And there was no snap.
Well, that's going to back up the Tornadoes 5 more, Scott.
That is something that you don't see too often from the Tornadoes, having that kind of problem on a snap count. It's third down and 12. Whether it's 5 yards or 12 yards, they're probably going to run the same play.
Right.
I mean, they.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way their offense works.
You notice there they went back 5, but the formation is still the same.
So third down and 12. Mammarella gets away, running to his left. Throws long, he's got a man there. It's caught. First down at the 15-yard line.
Well, there's the thing, and I'm sure we might see that one again. But the thing about it was, and like you said, when you start blitzing and you can't get to the quarterback, then Mammarella's good enough once he gets outside that pocket, and we missed him right there, that you get outside the pocket, and when he throws it, leaves everybody wide open, and he makes a nice throw and catch.
It looked like it was Kyle Abel out there.
I believe it was
Abel
on that one.
And now it's first down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Mammarella looks to Contini. He's got some blockers in front of him. Actually, they were in his way. He'll fight down to the 11-yard line, but he had so many people in front of him, they got in his way, or he'd have taken it right in for the touchdown.
He was ready to go right there, and he had 4 great jerseys in front of him, and he didn't know which gap to take to go, so he had to stop and gave the Quakers enough time to make a tackle.
That play was well designed. He had plenty of people out in front of him. He just couldn't get started.
Well, the thing about it is, no matter what happens here is, Dover showed that they just were able to come right back on this series after giving up a touchdown.
2nd down and 5 from the 10-yard line. Mammarella under pressure. He's got a guy coming right at him. Now he's got a second guy. They throw in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Dover!
Got a flag on the play, too, and I'm not sure it's not a defensive pass interference. If we could see this one again, you'll see Corey
Contini making a huge catch right there in the corner of the end zone, and now they're going to huddle and decide what the call will be.
Now you look right there. He was just able to throw that down. Contini, you can't see it right now, but he completely got himself turned around, was able to make a catch on that.
Well,
play.
That one is going to come back then. An ineligible man downfield, and you could kind of see him about the 3-yard line there when you look.
Yeah, guess I wasn't watching that. You were.
Yeah, and so 2 fouls on the Tornadoes, and that's going to back him up all the way back to the 30-yard line on that holding call.
Well, I think we might get in the game right now. You've seen there's been enough pressure, and I think Mammarella's out there now. He knows that he's going to have to scramble a little bit or roll out one way or the other. He's not going to be able to sit in the pocket, but, there's been 2 nice plays by Mammarella on this series.
Well, we haven't seen him take off and run it either. So it'll be 2nd down and about 25. Across the middle, and that pass intended for Evan Snyder, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Fans obviously want some interference. Not so sure. There was no flag thrown.
No flag. Might have been a little bit quick, but when that official doesn't pull that flag out, then you can see it here on the replay as you make your own judgment on this, whether we had pass interference on this or not. So,
well, I'll tell you what, that
was a great defensive play.
Yeah, that's a pretty good play there by Nick Incarnato. 3rd down and 25. Mammarella across the middle, nearly intercepted by Burgess, right in his hands at about the 17-yard line. He just couldn't hang on to it.
Well, now you got a 4th down here, Scott. What do? I don't think you want to be in a position to punt the football, but you're going to have a heck of a time picking up a 1st down.
Well, you know that on the 30-yard line, there's not much else that, you can pooch kick it, I suppose. So we'll see if they decide to really go for it here or if they're actually going to kick it. Mammarella looks across the middle of the field, caught by Contini. He's going to take it in for the touchdown. 30 yards out. Pass from Mammarella to Contini.
How about this? You make the call there, Scott. What a heck of a play on that one, because I'll tell you what, again, Contini just went up in the air and took the ball away. Nothing fancy on this play. He just out-jumped the secondary, and nobody around, made the catch, made the score.
Tell you what, that was a spectacular catch.
I'll tell you what, I mean, we'll talk about here after this extra point.
DeGidio on to try the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And we are tied at 7-7 with 5:25 to go here in the 2nd quarter. All right, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, give Dover all the credit in the world, because New Philadelphia went down and scored. They just got the ball on the 30-yard line and took it right down the field, even had a couple penalties. But I'll tell you what, this is the first time I've got to see Dover this year, but number 6 is big time. I mean, he's big time. He's made 2. In fact, he made 3 great catches on that series right there. One of them got called back for a lineman downfield. But
well, think about this. That was 4th and 25.
That was 4th and 25, and they picked up 30. So I guess that's something you can see why he's had 62 receptions on the season.
You're on the Quaker sideline. You're thinking, man,
we got him.
We're pretty good. We need to put everybody back. Exactly. We'll be okay. We'll keep him in front of us. We'll get the ball back. We might take a lead in at halftime, and now, boom, it's 7-7.
Yep. That was just great throw and really a better catch by Contini on that one, because there was 2 guys there, and he just went up and grabbed it in stride and just took it into the end zone.
So DeGidio ready to kick it away. Earlier I thought that was number 18. It might be number 16, maybe Guy back deep for the Quakers. It's going to go to Cunningham. Cunningham has some room, gets to the outside, lost the football, it's loose. A scramble for it, and there's been no signal as yet. And it looks like the Quakers might have come out of there with it.
I think they did on that one, Scott. Everybody just kind of jumped up and took off, so the New Philadelphia is going to retain the football.
And a big problem for the Tornadoes as Johnny DeGidio is coming to the sideline holding his shoulder.
Yeah, that wasn't good because he got up right off the turf and was holding that. So that might be a big loss if he can't come back in the football game.
So the Quakers have it. Boy, they have survived, that's for sure.
Now the key is, what are they going to do on offense this series?
5:17 to go here in the half. The handoff to Johnson. They're going to give it to Jamal Johnson like they always do, and he's going to get him a big gain out to the 45-yard line. And you know that young man is hungry for a win in this series.
Oh, boy, is he ever. This is the 4th game he's played in, and, he hasn't been on the winning side the last 3. So, if there's anybody in that on that sidelines in white over there that wants a win any more than he and Coach Dennison, I don't know who it would be.
He's got about 1,775 yards. He's 6th on the all-time list of rushers and running backs in Ohio for yards gained. It's amazing. They lob it out to Johnson. Johnson cuts it inside to about the 50-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
The thing about it is when you watch, and like we said, who knows who will come up with a big play here or there. This is just somewhat of a little flare pass to Jamal. He was able to catch the ball and take it down and gain about 5 yards out of that. Nice blocking up front by the Quakers on that. But we'll talk here as soon as we get done.
2nd down and 5. Cunningham in motion. He'll get the handoff. Cunningham, first attack there by Bowman at the line of scrimmage. And then he got some help to bring him down.
Let's go back. And I said, about Contini being a big-time football player. Well, I'll tell you what, you've got 2 guys in this football game, one on each side, that are pretty premier football players, with Jamal Johnson on one and Corey Contini on the other.
3rd down and 4 for New Philadelphia. Game tied at 7-all. Here is the second quarter clock ticking down to 3:45. Beans looks to the outside. It's got a man there. It's Mitchell Pape. He's going to have the 1st down just inside the 45-yard line.
Nice pitch and catch right there by Beans and Pape. And that's the thing Pape's got to do, is just don't worry about what you're going to do after the football, after the play. Just catch the football, get it to happen, and he's made up a couple 1st downs for the Quakers tonight.
So the Quakers have gone to that double tight formation. 1st and 10 at the Dover 44-yard line. Beans under pressure, looks to the outside. It's got a man there. It's Cunningham. Jacob Bambeck is there along with Doty. Another 1st down, and the Quaker offense keeps moving down the field.
See, they just put Cunningham in motion, bring him across like he's not catching the ball. He's just kind of, not going out there very fast, but wide open in the flats, and nice pitch and catch. Nice pick up by Cunningham, and another 1st down for the Quakers. Quakers doing a good job right here, Scott, turning around and taking the ball right back down the field after a score.
1st down and 10 from the 33-yard line. The handoff to Johnson. Big hole open there for him. And the Tornadoes being challenged there for Corey Bambeck made the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 4 after the gain of 6. Quakers doing a couple of things right here. They're able to run the football like they had hoped, and they're also taking time off the clock, hoping not to leave New Philly very much here if they can put some points on the board.
Well, that's going to be a key, too. And, they still got all 3 timeouts left, so that's a key on this series right here.
Beans looks to the left side's got a man out there. Waltz is open. Waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, New Philly.
Well, as soon as you say that, they score on the next play, Scott. So right there, they just took Waltz, I believe, out of the slot and just ran him straight down the field. Or I guess, out of his tight end spot. Didn't get coverage on him. Didn't get the Beans. And wide open was Waltz. Catch to 5 and takes it on in to the end zone for a score.
So it's 13-7. The extra point ready to come by Sabo. So basically, the tight ends are doing the damage for the New Philadelphia Quakers.
Right now, you got it. They've got 2 scores and 1 for each tight end tonight.
So the snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-7. New Philadelphia leading Dover here with 2:19 to go in the first half.
Well, the thing about it is, and you look at it because you know that Dover Tornadoes can score pretty quick. So they've got 2:19 on the clock and 2 timeouts remaining. So, they're not out of this half yet.
For those of you wanting to watch replays of tonight's game, you can now log on to www.itowns.com. You can click on the TV2 Sports logo and watch the game in its entirety on your computer. That's www.itowns.com, where everything's local. iTowns, in case you wondered, ITOWNZ.com. Also, we want to thank attorney Eric Bauer for his sponsorship of our pregame show throughout the high school football season. He's located at 204 West High Avenue in New Philadelphia. He can be reached at 330-308-0984. So the Quakers got to be feeling pretty good, leading 14-7 here. It's been a while since they have picked up a win in this game. It's been 8 years, in fact, as that one's going to be picked up by Bowman at the 25, the 30, to the 35, out to nearly the 40-yard line. And, boy, with that field position, they've got plenty of time to work with.
Well, they're right in there. Great field position. You knew that's one of the areas of New Philadelphia that they don't have a great kicker. He's a good kicker. He'll be able to put it down the field. But, you can't let Dover, start on the 40-yard line, 50-yard line on their drives.
So first down and 10 for the Dover Tornadoes at their own 40-yard line. And the snap to Mammarelli's under pressure. The middle screen to Smith. And the fall is, they're going to say it's incomplete, I believe. Thought he had it, but it looked like it was apparently incomplete.
But I think Burgess put the hit on him right there, and that he must have dropped it.
So it's incomplete. Second down and 10. Quaker sideline sure wanted that fumble. We know that. Second down and 10 for Dover with 2:06 to go here in the second quarter. Across the middle, Cantini's got it. And he's to the 45-yard line for a gain of 5. It'll be third down and 5.
I think they're going to look now. Dover's going to got to look. If they can get a first down here, they're going to have to look at maybe possibly using timeouts to move the ball down the field a little bit.
Mammarella calling out the signals. 5 wideouts. Quakers bring a blitz. The pass to Cantini is incomplete. Looked like it hit the turf. Wasn't able to snag it, and it's fourth down.
Well, I think you're going to have to punt the football here, no question about it. I don't think you can go for it on fourth down. And if you don't make it, give the Quakers a short field to work with.
Now, dare I bring up that Kyle Abel was a quarterback for part of the season.
That is true.
Certainly not implying they're going to try anything here. I'm sure they'll be happy to go in the locker room the way it is, but you never know. Quakers aren't certain that this is going to be a punt. Jamal Johnson's back deep. Abel's going to take it. Abel's going to run with it. Abel's going to be close, and I think he's going to have the first down.
I think he's got it. Well, there you go. I'll tell you what, you almost look like a genius on that play. You wanted him to throw it, though, but, he went ahead and ran it for the first down.
I'll tell you what, it wouldn't have been pretty if he didn't make it on the side.
No,
that's
no,
for
it
sure.
wouldn't have.
So the Tornadoes get the huge first down, and they'll keep the football at the Quaker 49-yard line.
Now with a minute 21, you're going to be able to look at Dover's quick time offense here, and 2 timeouts remaining.
First down and 10. Mammarella with a lot of pressure. Has it blocked by Incarnato. He got in there to knock it down. Nice defensive effort there by the Quakers.
I guess kind of surprising for me because we haven't really seen New Philadelphia, blitzing so much and everything, but it seems like they're blitzing somebody every play here since, after kind of the first series that Dover had.
They're really coming from all different angles too, which is really.
You're bringing them from up the middle sometimes, you're bringing them off the corner, so they're making Mammarella get rid of the football quick.
Second down and 10, minute 8 to go here in the second quarter. Across the middle, a lot of traffic there. It looks like Smith has it. Gain of maybe a yard or 2. And the Tornadoes are going to take a timeout. Since 1950, people throughout the Tuscarawas Valley have trusted the lawyers at the law firm of Johnson, Urban & Range to assist them with their legal matters. If you have any questions regarding your rights when it comes to personal injury, Social Security disability, family law, probate, and real estate matters, contact Mike Johnson, Bob Urban, Jim Range, or Mike Ernest at the Johnson, Urban & Range Law Firm in downtown New Philadelphia. Well, I'll tell you what, it's quite a first half of action. I'll tell you what, the best one we've seen in a long time.
Oh, this has been a very entertaining first half. The balls kept moving. The officials are letting them play. They're called a couple penalties. Neither team has had, really a lot of miscues. They've kind of fumbled or whatever, but they've got the ball back. So, like you said, this has been a heck of a football game in the first half.
Tell you what, a pretty gutsy opportunity there, to fake a punt.
On your own side.
With time left, and you're already down by 7. So 3rd down and 8. Looks down the middle of the field, out to the outside then to Contini. Contini could not get to the outside, and they'll have to take another timeout.
Well, I think he picked up the first down.
Oh, so they're going to move the
move the
chains?
So that'll get them moving here.
So 1st down and 10, clock rolling, 50 seconds. Mammarella's got a roll to his left. He's got a man there. It's Smith, penalty flag down in the backfield. And that is usually a holding call area. And that's going to be the call, holding against the Tornadoes. So that will back up the Tornadoes. And the penalty will put the Tornadoes all the way back at the 47-yard line.
Well, now you're kind of in a little bit different situation now. Unless you come up with a real big play, you might have to take a timeout and make this, a big play right here to get back down into scoring position.
Well, the Tornadoes, look at the last big play they made. They've had a couple of big plays. They had the 4th and 25 for the touchdown. Then they fake the punt and get the first down here late in the first half.
And Contini got a big catch over the middle to I think, pick up, or one Contini might have been able on the so they can easily pick up 15, 20, 25 yards. There's no question about that. But the thing about it is, too, you got 38 seconds to go. So, that's where I think that's where you lie right now, that somehow, some way you got to get the ball in the end zone.
Well, the Quakers have got to be very pleased with the way their defense has played here in the first half. And offensively, they've been able to move the football.
Yeah, New Philadelphia can't complain at all what they've done offensively so far. They've moved it, and they've played, like you said, a pretty solid defensive game in this first half. So, Contini, they had him covered. Contini made a heck of a catch for a touchdown play, and that's Dover 7 points. So this is big right here, I think, for both sides of the ball.
First down and 25. Mammarella takes the snap. Pressure on by the Quakers. Mammarella gets it away. He's got a man there. And it's a quick tackle on the far side. That's Jordan Mills. And the Tornadoes are going to have to burn, I believe, their final timeout. With 22 seconds to go, it'll be second down and about 13. So they did get a pretty good chunk of yardage back.
You know, they've still got 22 seconds. You know, with them, that can be 2 and 3 plays. You know what I mean? The thing about it is, I looked at Mills right there. You know, he didn't have the first down, get out of bounds, you know, stop the clock, and then you don't have to waste a timeout. So, you know, they're down to no timeouts now, so Coach Iff's is going to have to get whatever he's got in these 22 seconds right now, play calling.
What I saw was the New Philadelphia defensive line pancake one of the Dover linemen there. They're coming hard on the rush.
They are. Well,
they're coming real hard.
The thing about it right there, you saw that was the first time in a while that New Philly did not send a blitzing linebacker, blitzing corner, something like that. They played the 4 guys up front and let them rush the passer. So that gives Mammarella a little bit more time to throw the football. And you can see when he has that time, he's going to find an open receiver.
So we'll see what they have sent in here with second down and 13. 22 seconds to go. The Ohio Heritage Bank halftime report coming up, along with the Capper Chiropractic halftime adjustments. Mammarella rolling to his right. They got a man there, and Snyder couldn't grab it. They wanted him to tiptoe along the sidelines and get out of bounds. And it was incomplete. It'll be third down. Really want to thank everybody involved with the game, from Dover Athletic Director Kevin Keffer, New Philadelphia Athletic Director Ed Leggett, and the rest of the respective school staffs for helping us out. We always enjoy coming to Dover and New Philadelphia.
Oh, just a great atmosphere both places for high school football.
Third down and 13, 17 seconds to go. No timeouts remaining. Mammarella ducks out of trouble, rolling to the sideline. Has a man there. Contini's got the catch down around the 21-yard line.
Well, great job right there by both of them. Mammarella came clear, he had to end up rolling to his left a little bit, waited on Contini. Contini came from clear on this side of the field. The Dover Tornado sideline, come all the way across, was able to get into a spot. Mammarella was able to find him, get on the sidelines. You can see right there, Mammarella does a nice job of eluding a tackler. Now, by this time, Contini's coming across, was able to catch the ball.
And we're going to try a field goal here. The Gidio is on to try the field goal, which is going to be about a 37-yarder, and it's blocked. Ball still loose, and the Quakers are going to cover it up. And a little bit curious there that they went.
Well, I just thought maybe they might try at least one more play before they did. I mean, there was just like a sieve, it looked like, on Dover's offensive line as 3 Quakers were in there to be able to block that ball.
Looked like it might have been Logan Geib, I think.
It was number 42 that got the...
Logan Geib, maybe, in Cunningham both.
Cunningham and Geib were both in there. So credit whichever one, but that puts the Quakers with a big stop at the end of the half.
Well, it looks like New Philadelphia is going to go into the locker room with the lead here. There's 4 seconds to go. And they're going to hand it off to Jamal Johnson. Jamal Johnson's got some running room, and Mick Fischel runs him down at about the 45-yard line, and that is going to be halftime. 14-7, New Philadelphia leading the Dover Tornadoes here at Crater Stadium. We'll come back with the Ohio Heritage halftime report and our Capper Chiropractic halftime adjustments in just a couple of moments. Stay with us here on TV2 Sports. And welcome to this combined Tornado and Quaker update here from the Buckeye Career Center. I'm Scott Robinson, along with on my right with New Philadelphia School Superintendent Bob Alsept, and on my left, Dover Superintendent Bob Ham. So let's go to my right first. We'll come to Mr. Alsept. I'll tell you what, it's another Dover Philly week and a lot of excitement around the high school, I'll bet.
It's already started. I mean, as soon as, I'm sure for both communities, as soon as the game is over Friday night, Philly-Dover week starts. The kids are excited. They were in pajamas today lots of lunches, lots of special breakfasts and dinners. It's a great week.
I assume you make some accommodation for all the activities going on, at least a little bit.
The one day a year that we're going to let people wear pajamas to school was today. So, yeah, we do make some special accommodations for this week.
All right, Bob, how about Dover High School and the Dover City Schools? Things got to be cranking right along.
They mirror each other quite a bit. You know, we compete like crazy against each other, and we're more alike than different. And this week is really special for both communities and our kids in the high school. And you're right, this is an unusual week, a fun week, and quite honestly, it never gets old.
Yeah, it really does. It seems like the kids always seem to have that special enthusiasm. It's great the other 9 weeks, but this one's special.
Well, it is. And, of course, you're infusing ninth graders into your building every year, so it's new for 25% of your student body. And kids just have a great time. And it's all in great fun. And I know everybody's looking forward to the ball game Friday night.
You know, I have to ask, who you picking for the game Friday night?
Oh, my, let me think. You know, when you look at the last 2 years and the end of that ball game, it came down to a 2-point conversion, and late in the ball game it was a field goal at the end. And I sense this game's not going to be any different. Come right down to the end. I'm going to pick the Tornadoes in a close one.
All right. Well, let's turn to my other colleague here, Mr. Alsept. Who you got in this one?
Well, Bob shocked me going with the Tornadoes, and I'm sure I'm going to surprise him. Quakers, Quakers.
All right. We want to thank Bob for being with us all season long here on our football broadcasts. Bob Alsept of the New Philadelphia Schools, Bob Ham of the Dover City Schools. For this combined Tornado Quaker update, I'm Scott Robinson for TV2. New Philadelphia leading Dover 14-7 at halftime. Welcome to our Ohio Heritage Bank halftime report. Ohio Heritage Bank, the company that specializes in loans. Call Marty or Allison today at 330-343-9800. Well, let's go right to it. The Tornadoes scored in the middle of two New Philadelphia touchdowns. The Quakers drew first blood on a 5-yard pass from Caleb Beans to Javon Morrow. That in the second quarter, about the 8:13 mark. Dover came back. A pass from Eric Mammarella to Corey Contini on 4th and 25 was good for 30 yards and a touchdown, making it 7-7. And then a 27-yard pass from Caleb Beans to Boston Waltz makes it 14-7 here at the half. So let's take a look at the numbers while we have an opportunity.
Okay, for the Tornadoes of Dover, we had rushing for 7 attempts, minus 10 yards. The reason of that minus 10 was because Mammarella got sacked about 3 times there that consumed the 10 yards of negative offense. Passing, they were 13-19 for 141 yards and a total offense of 151, but they had no turnovers. For the Quakers, 18 attempts, 84 yards rushing the football, 12 of 15 for 109 yards passing it, and 193 yards total offense, 1 turnover, which really, Scott, didn't affect anything in the ball game.
All right, that is the Ohio Heritage Bank halftime report. Ohio Heritage Bank, the company that specializes in loans. Call Marty or Allison today at 330-343-9800. Time now for our halftime adjustments, brought to you by Capper Chiropractic. For all of your chiropractic needs, give Dr. Sean Capper a call at 330-365-2434. Well, here it is. You had one chance at halftime to make some adjustments that are either going to win this game or possibly lose this game for you in the second half. What do you do?
Well, I don't think for New Philadelphia to start out with first, they are moving the football. They're playing pretty solid defense. As you can see, you don't usually hold Dover to 7 points in the first half. Coming out, second half here, Dover's going to receive the football first. Not that this is going to make or break the football game, but I think this has a key effect on what may happen here in the second half, is see what Dover does on their first offensive series that they come out of halftime with.
So the Dover Tornadoes will receive. As you can see, Corey Contini there, he had a spectacular first half as we get ready for our Ferris Chevrolet kickoff, brought to you by the all-new Ferris Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and Toyota. The Ferris Service Department's been redesigned to make it even more customer-friendly. That also means more convenient hours. Ryan Ferris and the Ferris Service Department are available Mondays 8 to 8, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays 8 to 5:30. Ferris on the Wabash in New Philadelphia. And this kick will be a little deeper, taken by Contini at his own 15 to the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, and out to about the 38-yard line. And Chuck, you and I talked about special teams as being kind of the X factor in this game.
Well, yeah, we thought it would be so far. Not that it hasn't. We still got another half of football to play. But on New Philly's side, kicking off the football, Dover's had great field position to start off with. And it may come down, to a field goal. But you saw a field goal blocked by the Quakers right there at the end of the first half.
So the Tornadoes come out with 4 wides to the right side of the field. They'll get it to Contini. And a nice play by Jamal Johnson. He diagnosed it, takes Contini down after a short gain of about a yard.
There's the key, and we talked about that a little bit, Scott, before the ball game and in the pregame. They're going to make those catches. The key is to them that the Quakers have just got to not let them have a big play off of it.
2nd down and 9. And we need to reset the 25-second clock. And now we're ready to go here. Mammarella with a 2nd down and 9. Trips up top. They look to the outside, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think Dover's coaching staff and sidelines were looking for a holding call on Contini right there, right at the line of scrimmage on Morrow, but wasn't given to him, so incomplete pass on the Tornadoes sets up 3rd and 10.
It'll be 3rd down and 9. Mammarella has it intercepted as Jovan Morrow is going to come up with the turnover right in front of the Dover bench at the 41-yard line.
Well, you had 2 receivers out here for the Tornadoes who were still looking at the sidelines to find out what the play was. The ball was snapped. Mammarella threw it out quick, and there was a tip on the ball, and Morrow was able to come up with it. So, we looked at what Dover might do. Now you turn around, see what the Quakers can do on offense with that big turnover.
It's been a long time since the Quakers have had more than a touchdown lead on Dover.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
It's been a while. See what they can do here. They'll come out in the eye. Morrow's been a big player defensively for the Quakers as Johnson holds on to the football with both hands. Crashes inside of the 40 down to the 36-yard line. So a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Just underway here in the 3rd quarter on the Parkway Superstore scoreboard. Scott Robinson, Chuck Rust, and Jay Yonders with you from Crater Stadium in Dover. Mitchell Pape split wide to the right. Caleb Scepter will cover him on the far side. They'll hand it off inside to Johnson. And he is taken down by Alex Bowman back at the 39-yard line. Nice play by Bowman shooting the gap. Makes a big play on Johnson.
So far, you're putting them in a 3rd and long situation here. I do notice at the end of the first half or in that 2nd quarter where DeGidio got hurt, but I notice he is back in the football game.
3rd down and 7. Penalty flag down.
Motion.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it'll make it 3rd and about 12 for the Quakers.
Not a situation they want to be in, but not something that they cannot overcome here on this 3rd down.
Well, Beans has been pretty good at finding Jamal Johnson. Johnson's able to find those little gaps.
Yeah, he
just kind of sits down and waits.
And then good enough out there. Pape's made a couple nice catches on there for 1st downs tonight in the first half. So, they can make it.
3rd down and 12 for the Quakers at the Dover 44. Beans down the middle of the field. Morrow was there, makes an outstanding one-handed catch. at the 20-yard line.
I tell you, if we could see this right now, you're in a situation that Dover was really confused defensively. And if we see it quick enough here, you can't see their linebackers, but they were not in a situation. Beans was able to step up and look for Javon Morrow right down the middle of the field on the seam route, and got there a little bit late, both of those linebackers, and Morrow makes a heck of a catch for a first down.
The tight ends have just posed all kinds of problems for Dover. Beans drops back, looks to the corner. Pape's out there. Pape separates. Incomplete. What a defensive effort there by the Tornadoes.
I believe that was Corey Contini on that defensive play right there, and he did. He got turned around again, but was just quick enough to be able to turn around and see the football right before Pape was able to stick his hands up and catch it.
You know, right now you'll put anybody in a spot where you have to have them to make some big plays.
Yeah, because I'm not sure that Contini plays a heck of a lot of defensive back position, but right now I think they need him back there.
2nd down and 10. Out of the I formation, the pitch, a little misdirection for Johnson. And the Tornadoes able to get him. DeGidio gets up slowly again on the far side, kind of grabbing that shoulder.
Yeah, he's grabbing that left arm, but I'll tell you what, he's a tough kid, but it's kind of tough. He's coming back right now holding that shoulder. Playing one-handed, I believe, right now is DeGidio.
Yeah, it looks like his arm is taped up there.
Yeah.
On 3rd down and 10. And a timeout
well, again,
by Dover.
This series right here has really helped New Philly because I think that Dover right now defensively is not quite sure what they want to do, and the defensive backs and the linebacker aren't on the same page right now. And you know what? That could be a big timeout that could loom way down, toward the end of the game here when you have to use them early in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's a situation you don't want to use those timeouts. DeGidio appears to be hurt. We're not the trainer, we're not the staff, but when you're playing one-handed, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, he's in the position he's in, that's kind of tough to. And again, if he hurt that shoulder, he's not be able to, being a cornerback, he's not able to actually lift that arm up in the air. And you could see coming out of that last play that he was holding that shoulder, and he's still holding it on defense. But like I said, he's a pretty tough kid, and they want him in there for a reason.
See what he can do here on 3rd down and 10. Beans out of the shotgun. Beans looks across the middle. Pass is incomplete. It had to be pass interference. Guy just got tackled.
Yep, Guy kind of got tangled up there, I think, on the feet, and wasn't much to do. Wasn't a very hard call to make on that one. So another looks like possibly 1st down for the Quakers, and putting them knocking on Dover's door again.
Well, give the New Philadelphia Quakers credit because they're putting a lot of pressure on the Dover Tornadoes.
Oh, they are right now, and the great thing you can see about it is Dover's bringing people right now. New Philly's continuing to throw the ball a little bit, and the Quaker offensive line and the running backs are stepping up and picking up the blitz really well.
So it will be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Pape is wide to the right side. And Quakers go with a 2 tight end package.
Exactly. That's just what I was going to say. They're down here. They're going with the double tights.
The handoff to Johnson slips through down to around the 7-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. So Dylan Stevens making the stop there for the Tornadoes. And a lot of pressure here because the Quakers have taken about 3-4 minutes off the clock here.
Well, this is going to be a big turn of events either way. Quakers get in, puts Dover down 14. Dover makes a big stop, gives them a lot of momentum.
2nd down and goal. The pitch to Johnson. Cuts it back inside, and he may lose a yard there. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
I guess you look at it, Scott, and tell me what you think. The Quakers are up by a score. If they don't get it in there, do you kick a field goal? Do you attempt to kick a field goal?
Well, the Tornadoes have lost the tight end a couple of times. They had a little drag pattern in the backside of the end zone. Not saying it'll work twice, but they seem to have had good luck with the tight end tonight against the Tornadoes.
Both of them have made big catches for him.
Here on 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line. They look to the inside. Pape was there, intercepted by Snyder. Snyder's got some running room down the right side. And Snyder brings it all the way back out to the 30-yard line.
Okay, I didn't talk about a turnover, did I? Other than Dover holding the football. You can see right now they were going for it. They were trying to go out to taking Morrow and running him out in the flat and bringing the flanker right in. Tipped off of his hands. Snyder right there in the end zone. I thought maybe he had a little more running room right there where he got a nice block, but Quakers did a nice job, little hold.
Looked like Corey Contini got in there to knock it into the air, and Snyder comes out of there with the interception. I'll tell you what, that could be a game-changing play right there.
Very much so right now.
That is huge because the Tornadoes
were
in trouble
on that one.
But that's what this game is. It's just a grouping of sometimes crazy plays that make a difference. Across the middle, ball's tipped in the air, intercepted by the Quakers. And Mark Morrow gets it right back at the 32-yard line.
Okay, what else can we do here now, to make this game a little more interesting? Goes in there, good protection by the Tornadoes. We're able to try to hit a crossing pattern and bounced off the shoulder pad and right in the air to Morrow, and he was able to make an interception on it.
There you see it.
Well, I guess that was tipped by a Quaker, and Morrow was just in the right place at the right time to be able to make that interception. I think
Burgess made
the tip on it. So throwing into a little coverage on that one, so the Quakers got life again.
So 1st and 10 for the Quakers at the Dover 32-yard line. Beans takes the snap, the handoff to Johnson. Johnson will move the pile to the 28-yard line, a gain of 4. Jamal Johnson's not picking up huge numbers, but he is on pace probably for a 100-yard plus game.
If you look at him, and you got to give the Tornadoes credit because after the first series where he did pick up a bunch of yardage, they've kind of contained him a lot where he's getting a lot of 2, 3, 4, 5-yard gains. But that's exactly what the Quakers want, and they're controlling the clock right now.
2nd down and 7. The pitch to Johnson. Johnson needs to find a hole and didn't find it. Got back to the line of scrimmage. That was about it as Jake Armstrong's in there, Jalen Woods is in there, and a host of other Tornadoes.
Well, that's the thing. We're used to seeing Jamal be able to run that play right there, make that cut, and take it, 25, 30 yards. The Tornadoes are stringing it out really good tonight and giving him a 4- and 5-yard gain.
Tornadoes are going to have to take another timeout. They have a misplay on defense. They had a player that they weren't sure who they wanted to put out there and had to call timeout a second time. Well, that's a critical mistake.
You look down on the sidelines, you see Coach If down here just pacing. He doesn't even go out to the defense, but I can imagine he's not real happy with this, having to take 2 timeouts in the 3rd quarter for your defense.
Well, they brought DeGidio to the side, and he stood on the field, and then they didn't know if he was supposed to be in there or coming out. They couldn't make up their mind, and they had to take the timeout. So that is a tough call there. We want to remind you, too, about No Contract Wireless, located at 116 North Broadway. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Sunday from noon to 5. If you're tired of your expensive contract or need a replacement phone, then kick the contract and stop by No Contract Wireless. And if you have a chance to watch TV2, we want to remind you to watch TV2 Sports Talk Wednesdays at 7 and Fridays at 5 p.m., hosted by WJER's Bill Morgan. And then also Medical Minutes, Wednesdays at 7:30, hosted by WJER's Jennifer Clark. It's a wide range of medical topics with local doctors and healthcare professionals. 3rd down and 7 from the 29. The handoff to Johnson out of the slot. And he'll be short by about a yard and a half. And now it's 4th down.
Well, I don't think there's any question on this. I believe that the Quakers will go for this one right here because you're too close to even pooch it down in there, I would think, by Beans. And I think when you got number 5 in the backfield, you just go ahead and give him the ball. And
well, this is where you make it or break it.
Right. This is just a big play one way or the other on this drive.
Will he do anything but run the football here?
They got everybody out, nobody in the backfield. So, but you can also see Jamal maybe going in motion.
4th down. And now we have Quakers going to take a timeout.
By the look at that play right there, I think they were going to fake it to Jamal and probably throw it to him in the flats out there. So Coach Dennison didn't like the setup, I don't think, of Dover's defense on that one. So smart move and just take a timeout.
So both teams using their timeouts here in this third quarter with 5:20 to go. You never know when that's going to come back to be a concern.
The way the last couple games have gone here over the last couple years, you want those timeouts at the end of the ball game, but when both of them are down with not any left, you got to play it out.
One thing we want to remind people too that we will have some playoff football coverage on TV too. We'll just have to wait through probably even tomorrow night until probably Sunday afternoon before we'll know exactly what's going to happen. But we know this is for sure. If Dover loses this game, they still have a pretty good chance. If New Philadelphia loses this game, it's a little more complicated. So really, the only thing you can really say is the winner of this game will be in the playoffs.
Right. I think you're correct on that.
The only definitive statement you can make. 4th down. Beans looks across the middle. Incomplete, intended for Morrow. Nice pressure by the Dover defense. Looks like it might have been Mick Fischel and Jake Armstrong getting in there after Beans.
Yeah, that was
incomplete.
That was a nice job by Dover right there because they were man-on coverage on that, and Beans picked it up. I think he was looking right off the bat to go tomorrow, in the tight end again. But nice coverage, nice breakup, gives Dover the football.
So through all this, it's still 14-7 on the Parkway Superstore scoreboard.
We've had some excitement here on both sides. Both of them come up with big plays.
Mammarella looks to that little screen to Contini. Contini's got some running room up the right side, has the first down out at the 36-yard line. A gain of 12. It just seems like the Quaker defense has been able to bottle up that Dover offense, and you just wonder if Dover's going to be able to solve that here at some point.
Well, the thing about it is Dover's so used to throwing the ball deep a little bit, when I say deep, 15, 20 yards, but Mammarella doesn't have time to do that.
Mammarella looks across the middle, finds Snyder. Snyder has another nice gain of about 8-9 yards. Nick Incarnato on the tackle.
And that's the thing we talked about. Dover's going to get those plays right there. The key is make the tackle, don't let them break it, and get another 15, 20 yards.
They really work this right side as Mammarella is going to take it himself. With the quick snap, has the first down and more at the 48-yard line. And that's one thing we really didn't see a lot in the first half, was him just running with the football.
Right, I think he only actually ran the ball or tried to run the ball on a quarterback draw one time in the first half. So, that could be a big adjustment for the Tornadoes here in this half.
First down and 10, Tornadoes at the Quaker 48-yard line. 4:37 to go, third quarter. Scott Robinson and Chuck Rest with you here on the call of the game on TV2. Mammarella down the side. Snyder's got it! Snyder still on his feet. Taken out of bounds by Greg Cunningham at around the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that was just a heck of a catch by Snyder because Cunningham was draped all over him, and he just happened to turn him around and turn around at the wrong time, and Snyder was able to make the catch as he had his eyes on the ball at all times. You can see Cunningham had him right there on the inside, and Mammarella threw it just enough to the outside to get a completion.
First down and 10 for the Tornadoes at the Quaker 13-yard line. Dover trailing 14-7. And now we've got a penalty as the Tornadoes will lose another 5 yards. Dover just hasn't, they've looked out of sync almost the entire game.
And, again, we talked about it a couple times defensively, they've been out of sync, but they've had a couple plays down here when they've been out of sync on.
First and 15. Mammarella's going to have to take it himself. Kind of a busted play. Didn't get a good handle on the football. He'll get back to maybe the line of scrimmage. As Blake Burgess with another tackle for New Philadelphia. It remains second down and 15. The Tornadoes can get a first down without scoring. Mammarella takes the snap, looks across the middle. He's got a man there. It's Contini. Contini slips a tackle. Touchdown, Dover.
Well, that's what we talked about also. When they catch the ball, make the tackle. Contini caught the ball, was able to break through on the tackle, and got himself another touchdown. Just a little bit of a slant pattern. Had it covered. Could have had the tackle right there, but Contini was able to slip out of it and get the extra 7 yards and put it in the end zone.
So DeGidio on to try the extra point to try and tie it up here with 3:52 to go here in this third quarter. Good snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. Snap was a little bit low, but Mammarella doing a nice job, and we are tied at 14 all. And boy, I'll tell you what, if you're the New Philadelphia Quakers, you're sitting there thinking, what do we have to do?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because, we talk about it, we look at it, and really you can't say the Quakers have dominated this football game, which they haven't, but they've, they've done enough and kept Dover off balance. They've been able to move the football, up and down the field, but turnover here, not getting the fourth down, whatever it may be, now Dover turns around and puts a quick score on.
So it has quickly turned around here with 3:52 to go in the third quarter. It's now again anybody's ball game.
Well,
really, you look at the Quakers driving all the way down deep in Dover territory, getting an interception at the goal line by Evan Snyder, able to bring it back out. They get good field position. Next thing you know, they're down the field and they tie the game.
Exactly, and that's the thing about it. You let them pick up a first down. You let them pick up another first down. Then all of a sudden they hit a big one. Then all of a sudden they're in the end zone. So, but that's tornado football, and we've seen it for how many years, Scott?
So DeGidio ready to kick it away. And he is going to send it down to Logan Geib. Geib's got it at the 15. Slips one tackle and down at the 26-yard line. So pretty good starting field position. So we'll see what the Quakers have for an answer here. And, this is the one place, this is always the tough spot where you've got to be willing to keep your offense a little bit open. You can't tighten things down.
You've got good field position. Even though it's 14-14, there's nothing. It's a tie football game. Just go out and play football and do what do what your game plan says.
Johnson in motion. Beans keeps it.
And loses the
ball's loose. The Tornadoes have it at the 28-yard line. Boy, how things have changed here in this third quarter.
In the last 3 minutes.
And look who comes up with it. It's Johnny DeGidio, who we thought couldn't even use his left arm.
Yep. Nice job right there. They had Beans. Beans was trying to get down. Somebody ripped it out of his arm, and DeGidio comes up with the fumble. So, boy, that's turn of events real quickly here.
So now the Tornadoes set up at the Quaker 28-yard line with 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. In motion is Contini. He's going to get the handoff. Contini turns on the Jets inside the 25 to the 24. And as in any rivalry game, the emotions.
Well, I'm not sure I did hear a whistle, but I assumed that, there might have been a little tweet or something there, so everybody kind of stopped except the tackler. So, yeah, no harm.
Second down and 6 after the gain of 4. Tornadoes just tied it up at 14-all. They get the football right back. This time to Snyder. Snyder waits for the blockers, clears the would-be tacklers, and gets down to the 18-yard line.
Should be pretty close to another first down, I believe.
Looked like Blake Burgess on another tackle. Casey Kinsey might have been out there as well. So it will be third down. And, boy, it's close to the first down. Mammarella's going to take it himself and pushes it forward, and I'm not sure Yep, looks like he did get enough. It was close, but they get enough to make it happen. First down and 10, Tornadoes at the New Philadelphia 17-yard line. Mammarella looks to the corner of the end zone. Cantini, has he got it in? They're still waiting to make the call. And they're going to say he's out of bounds.
Which I don't know.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that was close.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one if we could. Guys, get it up on the replay because, in high school football, you only have to have 1 foot in. And, it looked like he was dragging that back foot.
Let's take a quick look at this one.
We'll see what we got on this
Hopefully
one.
We'll have time to get all the way through it.
We can look at it. You can see right there.
I think it was out of bounds.
On the line. That was a good call and good communication by the officials right there. But let's go back to it. Another great catch by Cantini.
He has caught everything thrown his way. Second down and 10 from the Quaker 18. Dover trying to take the lead in this one. The blitz is on. Got away from Burgess. Rolling to his left. A big catch, and it's incomplete. And the receiver takes a big hit. That was Jordan Mills. It landed awkwardly on his back, but he's able to get up. And he'll come back to the huddle.
He might be coming off the field real quick here, I think.
Let's take another look at that one.
You can see that was just a heck of a defensive play right there. Started out with Mammarella, and then there was pressure coming. He was able to get away from it. Mills comes back to the football. Thought he had a heck of a catch right there, half a grab, but good closings on the defense. And, yeah, that was incomplete all the way on that one.
And now the New Philadelphia Quakers take another timeout. So each team is down to 1 timeout. We're at the 2-minute mark here of the third quarter, tied at 14-all. Scott Robinson and Chuck Rest bringing you this exciting contest from Crater Stadium in Dover. Wow, I'm telling you, this is...
You're right, Scott. This is an exciting football game.
It is an exciting football game.
We've had a little bit of things happen each way. We've had interceptions. We've had fumble recoveries. We've had big plays both ways. We've had guys like we talked about at the beginning of the game who we haven't called their number a lot this year. Both tight ends for New Philly gets in the scoring, and this has just been an excellent high school football game.
Don't forget, our scoreboards are brought to you by the new Parkway Superstore, 311 Commercial Parkway in Dover, featuring Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. The Parkway Superstore is the place for trucks. See them online at thenewparkwaysuperstore.com. Well, here we go with third down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Mammarella looks to go to the corner, and it was intended for Tamarcus Williams, and he was open. He was plenty open, and now he is down as he took a big pop down there about the 2-yard line.
On that one, what happened? Boy, that ball was thrown just a little bit too high for him, I think, and you said it. He was wide open on there. He probably could have walked right into the end zone.
Yeah, that had touchdown written all over it.
We might be able to see it here on the replay. He was just running a little bit of a in pattern, and Mammarella threw it just a little bit too high. As you can see, he went up to it, and I think he got a little rib shot there on the way down.
Cunningham laid a hit on him, and he is down at about the 3-yard line. So it's going to be fourth down and 10. You've got to think after somewhat of an unsuccessful field goal try there before the half from about the same distance that they would opt to go for it here, and that looks like what they're going to do.
What's the chance of them opting to look for number 6?
I think
I'm going out on a limb on that one,
I think opting for number 6 is probably a pretty good bet
That's
here.
probably plan A. Now, they may have a plan B right behind that because they do need to come up with a first down. They don't necessarily need to score, but I would think somehow, some way, they're going to look at a way to get Corey Cantini open.
Well, you know what the Quakers have really done, and we haven't really talked about it, is they have shut down the middle of the field and given Mammarella no opportunities for a quarterback draw or anything like that.
And I'll tell you something else I liked about their defense all night long. They just had delayed blitzes. You know what I mean? They're letting that Dover offensive line pick up a man, and then somebody's coming free all night long. So
here we go.
A big fourth down.
Fourth down and 10. Smith in the backfield with Mammarella. And a third timeout used up by the Tornadoes here in this third quarter.
Well, they're all out.
Well, it's a big play. You don't want to mess it up. And, Coach Ift gives his coordinators the ability to take the timeout. Ted Jones saw something he didn't like.
Yes, he
called
did.
the timeout.
And they all understand on both sides of football how big a play this is, because for the Quakers, if they can hold them out of the end zone or hold them from first down, they've actually dodged a bullet on a fumble, and they can turn around and get the ball back and start moving it down the field. On the other hand, Dover picks up the first down, picks up a score. Now they go from a touchdown down to one ahead.
I'll tell you, this has had that ebb and flow of a lot of emotions for both sides here. Dover felt pretty good probably when they got 14-all. Now they're getting a chance to potentially score again. New Philly had to feel great going in at the locker room at halftime at 14-7.
I'm sure they did. That's exactly where they wanted to be. I did feel that, both of these squads are high-scoring football teams, but in a game like this, it's tough. You know what I mean, to put 40 and 50 points on the board.
I sort of, it sounds like a bad thing to say at this point, but I thought 28-14, 21-14 type of game, and that's pretty much what you're going to see.
Yeah.
You always think you're going to have these big scoring games, and when it comes right down to it, that generally just doesn't happen. So it's 4th down and 10. Mammarella looks to go to the corner of the end zone. Contini is there. Contini has it knocked away on a great defensive effort. Logan Geib there making the play on Contini.
Yes, that was a heck of a play right there, because Contini, we've seen him a couple times go up in the air and bring that down, and Geib had him one-on-one out there and just was able to time it just perfectly and knock it out of Corey's hands, and just a great defensive play right there by Logan Geib.
They kind of slapped hands as they came up out of there. They both know they were making their best play.
Exactly. They both knew that was a good football play.
So now the Quakers get it back with 1:51 to go. They only have one timeout remaining. We're tied up at 14-all. We've seen everything in this rivalry over the years, and looks like it's going to be a great finish here. Johnson over the right side. Johnson picks up a nice gain out to about the 22-yard line. He hasn't been real flashy, but he's been steady, picking up 4 and 5 yards a carry.
That's him right there. They're going to, Dover's going to give him some. He's going to take what they give him. You know what I mean? He's going to secure the football. He's not on one of these paces tonight to get himself 250, 260 yards. He's going to do and secure the football to make sure that they just move the chains.
2nd down and 5 from the 21-yard line. The handoff to Johnson. Johnson out to the 25 for a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Scott, I say that, but on the other hand, let's give Dover's defense a lot of credit. You know what I mean? They're giving him those 3 and 4 or 5 yards, but they've got 3 or 4 helmets on him every time. So, and they're stringing it out. They don't let him get outside and get up the sideline. So, this has just been excellent high school football game up to now.
Nice tackle there by DeGidio as we're in the final minute here of the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 2. Beans gives the handoff to Johnson. He'll have the 1st down out to the 29-yard line. It's sweaty palms time. Everybody in the stadium, everybody's on the edge of the seats.
We still got another quarter of football.
They paid for the whole seat, but they're only using the edge of it right now on both sides.
That's pretty good. I haven't heard that one from you. But you're right. There's nobody leaving this football game tonight. You got your, best $6 tickets you could buy in a long while.
Yeah, this one, this has lived up to exactly what you thought it was going to be, and that's a great high school football game. 1st and 10. Beans looks to pass. Pretty good coverage. He's going to get down for Pape. Pape's got it. Pape is just tripped up. Corey Contini got his heel as he fell to the ground, or that would have been a touchdown.
Well, there's a big play that we've seen Pape make over and over this year. It just looked like it was in slow motion to begin with, but Pape got a step right here on Contini and was able to go up in the air because Contini had good coverage on him. Looked back at the football, but he looked inside, and it was just over his outside shoulder, and just did a nice job. Contini did right there, because Pape would have walked in the end zone on that one. So we're at the end of the 3rd quarter, buddy.
End of the 3rd quarter, tied at 14-all. New Philadelphia on the move. We'll come back with exciting 4th quarter action in just a moment, right here on TV2 Sports.
Since 1972, Taylor Insurance and Financial Services has been serving the Tuscarawas Valley with friendly and professional advice. With over 100 years of combined experience, Taylor Insurance and Financial Services offers the best in auto and home insurance, 401k rollovers, IRA transfers, and a full line of property and casualty coverage. With 2 locations to serve you, 4th Street Northwest in New Philadelphia and on 2nd Street in Coshocton, there's no need to look any further than Taylor Insurance and Financial Services.
'" As the area's leader in direct-to-garment printing, you won't be surprised by Dennison T-Shirt Graphics' huge range of services: screen printing, banners, engraving, graphic design, and embroidery. They offer just about anything you can imagine, like shirts, mugs, hats, plaques, trophies, and more. They're located right here in New Philadelphia on the south side and on the web at DennisonT-shirt.com.
(14-14) as we begin this fourth quarter of action here at Crater Stadium in Dover. Quickly to our Haas Body Shop quarter recap. It was a big quarter for the Dover Tornadoes as they scored on an 18-yard pass from Marcus Mammarella to Corey Contini. The extra point was added, making it 14-14 to tie it up. And that's the Haas Body Shop quarter recap as we head to the first play of the fourth quarter. The handoff to Johnson. And Bowman making the stop there for the Tornadoes inside the 20-yard line.
That's the first time I've actually seen Jamal, get a giddy up when he first hit that hole, and he just put his shoulders down parallel and away he ran on that one.
Well, I think they gotta say, okay, number 5, this is your game. You got to finish it for us.
I think it's time to give five the ball a few times here.
2nd down and 2. Johnson over the left side, and he's going to try and put him on his back here as he gets a first down on that carry.
As he has and as he should, you know what I mean? This is what he said, this is what he's been waiting on, this game right here, and with this being seniors up there, seniors leading him, he just wants to be the first guy out of the gate.
Tell you what, so far this officiating crew has gotten it right. They're doing a nice job keeping the game moving along. 1st down and 10 from the 17-yard line for the Quakers. They stay in the eye. Mitchell Pape wide to the right side. Across the middle, man's wide open. Touchdown, Greg Cunningham.
Well, how about that one now? Now you got Cunningham out there to make a touchdown. Good fake. And I was just getting ready to say that they're lining up in this lead with Barrow up there. Cunningham comes off of the tight end side, runs wide open. Nobody there.
Well, it looks like it's actually Boston Waltz.
Yes, it was Waltz again. I'm sorry, that's their tight end. Yep, it was Waltz. Same play he scored on a little bit ago.
Sabo on to try the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
And that's a key right there with both kickers. You get that 6 points. You want to make sure you get that extra one on there because that could be huge. So Sabo's been right on target 3 times tonight.
We get these, unfortunately for the kids, we get these numbers. You get the 42s and the 43s. We're a long way away.
I thought, like we said, because we talked a little bit about possibly Cunningham doing some things, out of the ordinary
but Boston Waltz has been the secret weapon here now. He's got a couple of touchdown catches and playing a nice all-around game for the Quakers. And New Philadelphia up 21-14. And, boy, this has really gone back and forth.
So we'll just see what Dover's got left in their tank right now.
The Quaker defense has really disrupted Dover's offense and really, I think, is pretty much set the tone, although Dover has come back and made some scores when they had to.
They've made some plays. They've done it, but like you said, you know, that was going to be a key that we thought going in, that New Philadelphia's defensive line, you know, was pretty decent.
So Bowman will pick it up, bring it back out to around the 40-yard line.
There again, nice return, good field position for the Tornadoes. So that's your key.
So first down and 10.
You know, you look at New Philadelphia, too, that last scoring drive they had, they started, about the 12-yard line or so? And, you know, that might have been one of the longest drives of tonight for a score.
We can maybe check with our statistician for that.
I think we've got an illegal substitution on this play.
So that'll be a quick 5 yards. So quickly that will move to 1st and 5.
Those 1st and 5s are no different than those 1st and 10s, I don't think, for the Tornadoes.
They look to Contini. Contini will have the first down in New Philadelphia territory at the 49-yard line. Plenty of time remaining here in the fourth quarter. 10:52 to go. Scott Robinson and Chuck Rest with you.
Nice job by Incarnato to get off his block right there and tackle Contini for a 5-yard gain.
Mammarella finds Snyder. Snyder sidesteps a would-be tackler and gains some additional yards to the 36-yard line, a gain of 14. That time Jamal Johnson had him around the ankles and he managed to get away.
We have one timeout left between both these teams. We are only a minute and 19 seconds into the fourth quarter. That's right, 5 timeouts.
So Merrick Mammarella looks to the other side to Smith. Smith fumbles the football. The Quakers come up with it.
Well, they got to call something here. Let's see what they got. I don't
Well,
know
there was a lot of white jerseys over there.
What they had right there on that one.
They may call it incomplete.
That could have been too, yes. Let's see what they got here. See what they might get a call right there, Scott, but I'm not sure. Because it looked to me like he had it and took a run after it right there, but
well, I'm telling you
I'm
that.
not quite sure what they called on that one, unless he got it back. Maybe that could have been.
That might have been the only thing. Mammarella rolling to his left. Along the sideline, Snyder is there, and Snyder takes a big hit, but he makes a big catch.
Gets a first down on that one, too.
That hit by Logan Guy. Or actually, it was Incarnato
on that one, yep. Incarnato's got him twice on that, so that's a thing. I think Snyder's felt it both times that Incarnato's hit him.
First down and 10. Dover at the Quaker 21-yard line. Mammarella's got some room to run down the middle of the field. He's going to take it in from 21 yards out. Touchdown, Dover.
Well, had him spread out on that one, and I think it was a quick, just a quick snap again, and he's had that twice now that he's had big gains on. As they brought the blitz from the outside, he was able to just hit the seam up inside. Nice block by Contini right there, and Mammarella just gets into the end zone. So we got us back another football game, big extra point right here.
So DeGidio on to try the extra point here with 9:53 to go here in the ball game to try and tie it up. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. We are tied at 21. Boy, you look at that play by Shea Smith when he put it on the ground. They either get it back, whatever, and they make the most out of it.
You got it. That was the key, too, because I'll tell you what, that would have been a big turnover by the Tornadoes.
Well, Mammarella comes right back, hits Snyder. Snyder gets down to the 21-yard line. We just talked a little bit ago about Mammarella hasn't been able to use that quarterback draw because the field's just been shut down the middle of the field. That time it's wide open, and he takes it in for the score.
And so, yep, 9:53, a lot of time to play. And again, here the second half's been, it seems like it's been a lot more wide open than the first half has been, a lot more moving the ball offensively.
Well, really, the bottom line is Week 11 hinges on what happens in the next 9 minutes and 53 seconds.
That is true.
The winner knows they're in. The loser, not so sure.
Right. We just look at it right here. This has just been a great high school football game, great atmosphere, great weather tonight. This is football weather at its best.
DeGidio's high kick is taken by Guy, but the 15. Out to the 20, the 25, and maybe the 27-yard line before he is covered up. And that's where the Quakers will have it. I'll tell you what, the Tornado defense has been tested, and they've got to feel pretty good about the offense's performance to get them back evened up at 21.
Have, because the Quakers, like we said, they've moved the football on them, and that's been, that's been okay. But they've stepped up a few times. So has the Quakers stepped up a few times here and made some plays. So
coming up here shortly, we'll have our Go Shred drive of the game. We'll also have at the end of the game our McInturf Realty post-game show, and we'll be naming our Rack Battlefield Live Ohio MVPs for each team. Johnson's running hard straight ahead across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Well, you look at it too, and you're not going to get too conservative. I mean, you can't do it. But on the other hand, as much time as the Quakers can run off of this clock, is just going to be a big plus for them. So, maybe you might get a dose of Jamal Johnson on this series.
The pitch to Johnson. Johnson squirts through to the 34-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and a couple.
Big 3rd down here now each way. Dover holds them here. It's going to probably force New Philadelphia to punt. Do you run that lead up there with Jamal, or do we come out with a pass here?
3rd down and 3. Under center is Beans, the I formation. The pitch opposite way to Johnson. Johnson has the 1st down.
Nice job as they almost got it. I'm not quite sure who was in the backfield there for the Tornadoes, but almost made a big play, and if not, which he didn't make, Johnson was able to pick up 7 yards.
So another 1st down for the Quakers. Dover has no timeouts remaining, which in a game like this, that's a pretty critical situation if the Quakers could put a score in here late. Out of the eye. Beans looks to go to the outside. Pape is out there just over the right shoulder of Mitchell Pape. Scepter on the coverage. Anytime he tries that sideline pass to Mitchell Pape, you just have to always watch because he's made some great catches.
Yes, he has. He's made a lot of great catches this year, and he just overthrew him by about a step in that one. So, but you come back here and there's nothing there because now you get back to that double tight end set possibly, and you better watch out for number 43. It's something Dover hasn't covered very well all night long is a 2 tight end set for the Quakers.
A handoff to Johnson, tripped up. And stopped around the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there. It'll be 3rd down and 8. So another big 3rd down play.
A little more here as we had about 3rd and 3 on the last one. This one here is 3rd and 8. So you got to look at, again, I say look at the tight ends coming down through here. But again, you got Jamal Johnson out in the slot. Run him off and get him to the 1st down marker and throw him the football.
Beans looking for Johnson. They had him well covered. Beans is going to run for it. Beans is going to have it. Not known for his rushing prowess, but that time he got the biggest run of the game.
That was a good move right there because I'll tell you what, that was a smart move on Caleb Beans' part because he looked at Jamal Johnson as he was running the out and up on the sidelines. Good defense on Dover on that one. Then they turn around and he was able to run down for a 1st down. Again, this is another thing too. It's just running time off the clock, which is I think in New Philly's favor.
First down and 10 for the Quakers at the Dover 45-yard line. Jamal Johnson has some running room out to the 37-yard line. 8-yard gain. That time he really hit the hole in a hurry.
Yes, he did. I think the blocking, everybody blocked out, and Jamal was able to just hit a quick hitter up in there and picked up a good 8 yards.
He just continually amazes everyone that sees him play.
Yes, he does. And, you say it all the time, but it does I think, go into his effect that he gets stronger as the game goes on.
Well, they're going to need it here with 6:54 to go. Game on the line, tied at 21-all. Johnson taken down at the 40-yard line. Bowman is there.
DeGidio.
Who we thought was playing with one arm, and he's playing well.
Yes, he has. He's played a good first half on him, so that was now we're back to a good another 3rd and 5 situation, so see what Coach Dennison and the Quaker staff can come up for this 3rd down play.
Yeah, this time it's getting crunch time here. You're not going to get that many more possessions, so you've got to make good use of the ones that you have. 3rd down and 5. Beans under pressure. The pass intended for Morrow knocked down in there. It looked like Jalen Woods got a hand on it. It's 4th down.
Now, how about this call as a head coach right here? 4th down, go for it, don't make it. Short field for the Tornadoes.
There's a lot wrapped up in this call as we get another look at that one.
You can see Morrow was kind of running away from the ball. Was just unable to hang on to it right there. So Quakers are going to go for it here. So this is a big 4th down.
Yeah,
Quakers also have 1 timeout remaining too. So
they're going to punt it away.
No, so
Beans will pooch punt it down to around the 20-yard line. So that's all right. I mean, that's nothing wrong with that.
No, you're going to kick it in the end zone. You're going to get it back at the 20 anyway. So 6 minutes exactly on the clock, Scott.
Make them have a long field. You never know. You get a turnover. Who knows?
They haven't really had a whole lot of long fields tonight to work with.
So the punt pins the Tornadoes back at their own 19-yard line. Really could be the drive of the season for the Tornadoes. First and 10, Tornadoes. Mammarella with the 5 wide out, sets 3 up top, 2 down below. The pass to Contini. Gets through some of his blockers, gets to the outside at the 30 to the 31-yard line. Nice gain of 12.
That was a great game by Contini because that was all him. But I'll tell you what, he just sit there and waited. You were thinking that the Quakers were going to converge on him, and all Contini was doing was waiting on his offensive line to get out there and put a hit on somebody, and he took that little seam right there and made a gain out of nothing.
Mammarella looks across the middle. Snyder grabs it and out to the 42-yard line.
First down for the Tornadoes on that one, so they're not going to be in a big hurry either as long as they got the ball. So, maybe we should have said the last team with the ball was going to win this one tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, they always seem to come down to the end, at least the last couple of years. Again, to Contini. Waits for his blockers. He's so skilled at waiting to get some help so that he can crack that for 5, 6, 7 yards when he really has nothing.
And realistically, Jamal Johnson's getting the lead play for 5 or 6 or 7 yards. This is Dover's lead play right here. Give it to Corey Contini and let him pick up 5 or 6.
Second down and 3. Mammarella's going to take it himself, and he'll get maybe a yard or so. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
It was a nice job by the Quaker interior defense right there to shut him down because the last time he ran that same play, he scored a touchdown on. So puts him in a 3rd and about, 2.5, 3 situation.
Yeah, and they've got to get the plays in because they've got no timeouts, so they've got to decide in a hurry what they're going to run. And now we have a stoppage.
Didn't see any flags, so I'm not quite sure what they're calling it on. Oh, there is a flag on the far sideline.
So there was an offsides on New Philadelphia, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll give the Dover Tornadoes the first down. Boy, that was a big play that suddenly got a lot easier.
Yes, that was a big play because 3rd and 3 right there. It was a big, easy first down for the Tornadoes.
And the down marker, maybe?
I believe that's what they were waiting on right there, yes.
All right, so it'll be first down and 10 for Dover at the Quaker 45-yard line. 21-21. Mammarella.
Got
with
a hold, I
flag.
think, here,
Yep,
too,
that's
maybe
gonna
on the Tornadoes.
Yep, that's going to back him up another 10.
Well,
so there's nowhere to hide when they announce your number.
Yeah.
A little unusual at a high school game, but there.
Yeah. It sounds good most of the time when your number's announced, but
yeah.
when that yellow hanky goes out, you don't want to hear
Not
it.
with 4:23 left in one of the biggest games of your life. Yeah, that's not good. So first and about 22.
I could see New Philly's got to bring some pressure right now because you know he's going to throw the football.
His favorite target's been Corey Contini. He is at the bottom of your screen. He'll get the catch. And out to the 47, gain of only 4. Time rolling down.
Well, they're going to have to come up with a good 10 or 15-yard play here to put them in manageable third down situation.
Clock rolling down to 3:48 to go. Mammarella looks across the middle. Snyder is there, and they're going to call it a catch at the 47-yard line of the Quakers, so it'll be third and about 12.
Yeah, I think that would have been about all he was going to get anyway on that play because Quakers had a defender right there to make the tackle.
So third down and 12, another big play.
You see Contini goes to the slot to the wide side of the field, which we haven't seen him out there a lot tonight, so.
Quakers showing blitz. Incarnato blitzes across the middle. Got a man there. Abel had his hands on it. Wouldn't have had the first down. Big hit there by.
No, but they'd have put him in about a 4th and 1 right there if he'd have made that catch. So I think Cunningham comes up in there and times that one and knocks the ball right out of his hands. Good move on a slant pattern right there. Cunningham just made a great defensive play on that.
Actually, it was Boston Waltz again.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Waltz on that. You are right. I get those 42s and 43s mixed up all the time.
That's really tough to see it.
Yep, that was Waltz.
And it's fourth down. This time, Abel's going to punt it away. And it is going to be a great kick that's going to go out of bounds around the 6-yard line.
Well, that's what Dover needed right there from him, just to put that ball down inside. 2:53, 1 timeout to go. You know, can the Quakers move it down the field enough to give Sabo a chance to possibly kick a field goal, or are we going to have to put it in the end zone for him?
Or are we going to see a little extra
time? Or are
time?
we going to be here a little bit longer?
You know what? It's been a great game. A lot of people do not want to see the end of this one. It's unless your team wins.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Don't forget, when this game ends, we'll have our McInturf Realty post-game show, and we'll name our Rack Battlefield Live Ohio MVPs for each team. First and 10. The handoff to Johnson. Johnson does a good job to get him out to the 9-yard line. Got about 3 yards there. You know, the Tornadoes have no timeouts to stop the clock to get the ball back with good field position.
Yeah, that's the key right there, too. You know, you think about it, you hold them here, but you're going to lose 24 seconds, you know, if New Philadelphia has to punt the football. But I think Dover right now is looking at, you know what makes a difference? How much time's on the clock? We got to stop the Quakers right now.
Well, they just started the 25-second clock, so I mean they can take it down to near 2 minutes. The handoff to Johnson again. You know, and down to the 15-yard line, or out to the 15, gain of 6, third down.
Now put your coaching hat on because, you know, you're in a situation now with Coach Dennison. You know, do you want to take time off the clock? You know, are we going to still run our offense here? We pick up a first down, and then we can go ahead and, you know, make whatever moves we need to make.
Well, if they don't make it here, Dover's probably going to have about a minute left. Johnson to the right side. Johnson, it's going to be close.
It's going to be real close. They're looking at fourth down right now.
And the
you
clock
said,
is still rolling.
which it will be, and you said it's going to get down. I think, I don't think Coach Dennison wants to take a timeout here, but he may. He's looking to see what's. He's still looking at the.
He's going to run
change.
the clock. Well, they haven't even started the 25-second clock, and that's bad there. I mean, they should have started that 25-second clock.
Well, Pape's coming in, so they're going to punt. And let it go down. It's no big deal. I don't think either way here on what they do on.
Snapped. Pape's going to punt it. Contini is calling for the fair catch at about the 47-yard line. So 49 seconds to play, no timeouts, tied at 21.
Well, I have not seen Dover yet play. What do you think about their field goal kicker?
Well, you know what? They can it's not been as steady as it's been throughout the last couple of years.
If they get down to the,
you get
15,
down to
20-yard line,
get down to the
15,
20-yard line, you're going to give them a chance.
Okay, that's the key, because if you don't, what makes a difference? You're going to overtime anyway. So, do we kick it? But the key is for them, they've got about 40 yards to go before they even look at that.
Tied at 21 to the outside. Contini makes the catch. That's not going to help much. The Tornadoes are going to have to try and throw one down the field. There's no doubt about it here. Down to 33 seconds to go. Tornadoes with no timeouts. Mammarella across the middle to Contini. Nice catch there. Still short of the first down. The clock's going to continue to run. They're going to, I think, just spike it, and now that's fourth down.
Contini's down here right now pulling on his legs. I think he's got a cramp in his legs, so that that might be something right there that you might want to look at.
They
well, you're in a fourth down right here now. What do you do? Coach Dennison's moving everybody back. He doesn't want to give up the long play. But, on the other hand, you don't make it here. You give New Philadelphia a shot to throw deep.
So the Tornadoes, if they could get 25 or 30 yards, they might try a field goal. Mammarella looks across. They got it to Snyder. The first down. The clock will stop.
Down.
You might be able to spike it one time here and get one more play. So you got 5 seconds, so you got an opportunity to throw one in the end zone.
Well, now, as New Philadelphia, do you play prevent defense, or do you send somebody?
If I'm them, I'm getting pretty nervous right now.
You giving him a chance to sit back in the pocket and look for somebody? No. So I would think this will be the final play of the game right here. But
final play of regulation, anyway.
Yes, of the regulation of this football game. But,
It has been a terrific football game. Let's see what happens here. Mammarella. Pressure's on by the Quakers. Mammarella's got to get rid of it. Just tosses it where no one is going to get it. And we are going to go to overtime.
Well, there was the key right there. And we just talked. They did send delayed pressure. Gave him enough, they got enough pressure on him that he had to roll out, and there wasn't much we can do. So you might want to talk a little overtime now, Scott.
Well, you know what? We've got a little bit of extra time here, and we will come back. Regulation, 21-21, headed to overtime between Dover and New Philadelphia. We'll come back, and we'll have an exciting conclusion of this one for you coming up in a moment right here on TV2 Sports.
With everything always improving, why is our banking falling behind? With monthly service fees and ATMs that take your money right back. Introducing Kasasa. Free hard-working accounts. You'll earn when you bank and earn when you swipe. And get those ATM fees back in your pocket. Free checking with rewards. Carried locally at First Federal Community Bank. Do you Kasasa?
Hi, I'm Elaine with Naturally Green Cleaning Service. My staff and I are dedicated to outstanding customer service, taking great care and focusing on your specific cleaning preferences and needs. We use eco-friendly cleaners that are safe for your family, employees, and even your pets. Services we provide include general home and office, windows, deep cleans for spring and fall, and also final cleans for new construction. Mention this commercial and receive $20 off any new service. Check out our website or call us today for your free estimate.
Hi, I'm 1450 WJER's Bill Morgan, inviting you to join me on television Wednesday evenings at 7 and Friday afternoons at 5 for TV2 Sports Talk. Sports Talk is your weekly look inside high school football, volleyball, soccer, and more. Look for guest appearances from your favorite area coaches and players. TV2 Sports Talk, Wednesday evenings at 7 and Friday afternoons at 5 on DMG Channel 2 on Time Warner Cable.
The start of overtime. New Philadelphia won the toss. They're going to play defense first. We start at the 20-yard line. Mambarella's got Snyder out there. Dover's in for the touchdown on the first play.
Well, that was just a little out and up by Snyder. You can see right here that they're worried about what Cantini's going to do catching the football here. And you see Snyder just runs out on the flat and takes off right up the field. Coverage got beat. Jovan Mara looks like he got beat on that one, and Snyder goes in for the score.
So now we've got the all-important extra point.
Very important extra point right here.
Good snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Well, now we got to get the Quakers, but understand, you know, the ball's on the 20-yard line, so you have a chance that you don't have to score. You can make first downs, and, you know, so that's going to take care of this right here.
So what a pass from Merrick Mambarella. They had that
right
play
off.
set up. When they came back in, they knew they were going to run that
They
play.
knew what was going on, and they brought Cantini right up and just used him as a decoy, and I think Javon stepped up, one step too many. They were worried about 6 getting the football. Snyder just ran right by him.
All is not lost, New Philadelphia fans. You get your chance here. Now you know what you got to do.
Yeah, you know that 7 points has to go on the board.
Beans with Johnson behind him. Cunningham split wide to the left. Guy to the right. The handoff to Johnson. And Johnson with a penalty flag flying in.
Oh, I don't know what that was. He threw that a long way, so I don't know what they got here. Possible hold or a face
You
mask.
got hold or face mask would be my guess. And let's see what it is. That is not good news for the Quakers. So that is going to back them up 10 yards, almost all the way back to the 30-yard line where it'll be first down.
Not quite sure he called that hold on that one, but he threw that flag 20 yards to get to him.
So now it's make or break time here for the Quakers.
And again, you got first down, you got 4 downs to make, 21 yards.
They'll put Cantini on Pape, top side of your screen. Beans looks to go to the right side, in trouble. Nearly sacked, still got the football, throws it back across the middle of the field. It's incomplete. It's incomplete. Doty had a chance at it, and he was oh so close to giving Dover the victory.
He thought he had it. He's still yelling about it. He had it. I thought when he was coming down, Pate broke open in the end zone, but I don't think he was able to see him. I think Beans does a nice job to get away right there.
You got to run for your life. It's not easy.
And it was right there. He was trying to throw the football across his body, and that's awful hard to do. Look here, standing wide open in number 5. But it's tough as a quarterback to be able to see stuff like that.
Yeah, that one bounced in, so that was a good call. Second down and 21 from the 31-yard line. Dover's on the board, leading at 28-21. Beans across the middle of the field. Morrow is there. Morrow is knocked down at about the 17-yard line. A big hit there by Jordan Doty.
Big play right there by Beans and another tight end right there. Morrow steps up and makes a play. So it's, very manageable right now, third down play. And this is definitely 2 down, so it's not like it's a make or break.
So third down. You've kind of taken Jamal Johnson out of the game as a runner here right now, though.
Don't be surprised right here. You might look for number 5.
Beans looks across the middle to Pape. Pape's going to have the first down. Pape is knocked down at the 7-yard line. So now you get a fresh set of downs after Dover had him first and 21.
Pinned him back deep, but I'll tell you what, 2 nice plays right there by the Quakers. Nice job by Javon Moore to pick up a big one and Pape to pick up a first down there. Now you're in a situation where Quakers can run the football. I would say number 5 might get her on this one.
He might get it on the next couple.
Yeah, they're in the power eye right now. But you got to be aware of the tight ends.
The handoff to Johnson. Dives inside. Touchdown, Quakers.
Okay, we're back right where we started as long as Sabo hits this extra point right here. Just a power eye lead right up in there. Jamal was not going to be denied on that one. Nice cutback right into the end zone for a score.
So now the pressure turns to special teams.
It does. Sabo's a senior. He should be able to step right up there and put this thing right through. He's kicked a lot of them this year.
A little bit of a high snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So we are tied at 28-28. We'll set it up and start it all over again.
Okay, this time, though, the Quakers, I believe, have to go on offense first, don't they?
I believe that may be the case. Boy, the Tornadoes had a golden opportunity there. And
yes, they did. I mean, with that holding play, but Morrow picked up about 16 yards on that.
So they switch ends here. I believe it's in the third overtime that you have to start going for 2.
You have to go for 2, I believe so.
And you hate to see it really come down to plays like that where you have to go for those and then somebody ends up on the short end.
Exactly.
So we'll see that. Here we go again.
Way over football game.
New Philadelphia will go on offense. So the New Philadelphia Quakers just scored to make it 28 all. And, right here you got to worry about turnovers. You got all those things that this is really kind of a last chance.
Yeah, you want to get the ball in the end zone.
Out of the I formation, Beans under center. The handoff to Johnson. Johnson will only get maybe 2 yards.
But again, you're in a situation too of like we said, special teams.
So the Quakers facing 2nd down and 8. You've got the option of field goals if you can't put it into the end zone. Geib in motion to the right side. The handoff to Johnson. Johnson turns it up. Johnson stopped at the 15-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Well, you're in a great situation here. You can go either way as Coach Dennison on his call. You can look for that tight end down through there. You can throw the ball, to one to Pape out here who's had a nice game tonight. Or you can give the ball to number 5. You need about, 5 yards here.
So the Quakers get set quickly. They're going to pitch it to number 5, and he's going to lose yardage all the way back to the 22-yard line.
And look who made
Johnny
the play.
DeGidio making a big play as he had it diagnosed perfectly.
Yes, he did, and he's made that play about 3 times tonight. And I'll tell you what, they have not picked him up at all.
Looks like we're going to try a field goal here for the Quakers.
You can see DeGidio just come right off the end. Nobody touched him. He was able to get Johnson back in the backfield. So we're going to try ourselves
Well, it looks like it's going to be about a 37-yard field goal attempt. I think it might be the first field goal attempt of the season for the Quakers. Good snap. Kick is up. And the kick is no good. Wide to the left.
Well, you were in a situation, I think, with Coach Dennison right there. That was just about all you had, the only choice you had right there, because you needed, if you'd have got up there and got some positive yardage, been in a shorter situation for fourth down. But when you were sitting there with that loss by DeGidio on Jamal Johnson's run, I think that was the play to make. So
well, as soon as that happened, you looked down at the Dover sidelines and you got Anthony DeGidio down there warming up his leg in case they need him, because they were not smooth on the only field goal attempt they had earlier in the game.
Right.
So now the Tornadoes with an opportunity to win the game on this series. 1st and 10 for them at the 20-yard line, and I'm going to guess the Quakers are a little bit shell-shocked right now as they reset the 25-second clock. And there you get a good look at DeGidio warming up.
Trying to find a little number 6 out there right now.
And he is not out there, so he's on the side. Snyder is in motion. Mammarella going to take it himself. He'll push the pile forward to the 16-yard line.
Continue come out a little bit ago because he had a cramp.
Yeah, he's down there by Coach Dan Ift.
And I'm wondering right there.
He's drinking some water, and he's on the sideline. So Dover needs either a field goal or a touchdown. Either one wins them the game.
That's right. The thing about it is right now, pick up a first down and make everything, for them a lot closer, whatever ends up happening.
Mammarella with Bowman in the backfield. Gives it to Bowman. Bowman around the right side. Has some running room. To the 5-yard line. Pushes inside to the 4. And it'll be a new set of downs for the Tornadoes.
That's the key right there. Now, you're in a situation right here of, either way. You got a chance at a field goal, but you got, 3 downs here to put the ball in the end zone. And I think realistically, if Coach Ift wants to do it, he can run the football all 3 times.
Well, they're going with the diesel package here. Jalen Woods will be the deep back. And Dover just going to try to shove it down their throats here. It's 1st and 5.
Now the key for the Tornadoes is
1st and goal.
They need to hang on to the football. You got guys in there that haven't run the football.
And the Tornadoes are going to jump, and that puts them back 5 yards. And that's what bothers me about those plays down there, when you don't have those guys in the game
all the time.
And now it's a huge part of the game. And now you put them in there and they jump. Now you're backed up 5 yards, and you really.
And again, though,
are you going to use that package? You're going to put somebody else in.
You're in a situation right now. I think you can go ahead and set with that package because you're down there far enough. Like I said, if you don't get a score, you still got the chance of a field goal.
It's Filippi, Stevens, and Woods lined up behind Mammarella. The handoff to Woods. Woods down inside the 10, down to maybe the 8 or so. Really, they're just trying to set up in front of the goalpost the way it looks right now.
Yeah, because, you realistically look at it. If you end up having to kick a field goal from here, it's only 5 yards more than you would an extra point, So you want to get the ball probably, I would assume, in the middle of the field.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
I think the Quakers have got to look at that they're probably going to go left on this.
Scott Robinson and Chuck Russ bringing you a great high school football game between Dover and New Philadelphia. The handoff to Woods, straight ahead. Not much there, maybe to the 7. This one is going to come to a head here momentarily, one way or the other. Either we're going to continue with overtime or we may have, a field goal opportunity coming up.
Well, it seems like Cantini here is walking a little bit better on the sideline, so I don't know. They're not going to put him in here, but I think they're just going to stay with with their diesel package possibly.
And they're going to take their time out here and talk about it. And, dare you try and risk an interception by throwing a pass here?
That's true, too. Unless you go out to the situation of gone to your 4 or 5 wide and, something like that. That's something you're very comfortable with, because I don't think you want to sit in here and, do something that they haven't done yet tonight.
Yeah, I promise you, the New Philadelphia fans, boy, they are really they came into tonight hoping to break that 8-year losing streak, and they're going to need some help right now.
Yeah. What more did we expect in this game?
It is an absolute. It has been the last 3 years have been terrific football
they've been
games.
great football games.
Last year went down to a last-second field goal. The year before, Philly had a chance for a 2-point conversion that could have won them the game.
Stuffed. Yep.
So I mean, it's these last 3 years have been probably the best games in a long time in this series, and you got to give both teams a lot of credit for that. They just pound on each other.
Right. I'm guessing right now, Mr. Robinson, that we're going to snap the ball, and it would really surprise me if number 7 throws it.
Mammarella has the ball get loose. Quakers are going to recover and head the other way, but it will not matter as it's just a dead down. And that will come back as that killed the play as soon as they recovered it.
Yes, it did, but right there, that was a golden opportunity now that way for the Tornadoes. So what else can we have tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, they're going to wish they had that one back.
Well,
that was just.
I think that was. I mean, I wasn't quite sure if he was going to hand him the football or whether he was going to, just fake it that way and go around left. And if he didn't get anything, he's in the middle of the field to kick the field goal. And I don't know really what happened.
Wow, that was.
You got to think that the white team over there is pretty excited right now, and the gray team over here has got their heads down.
Well, the gray team, all they needed was just to keep it in the middle of the field for a field goal attempt, and they went for the touchdown. So Dover will be on offense here. This time now, I believe they will have to go for the 2-point conversions.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure here. We should have checked that before we go, but we got to look and see. Since they're on offense first, we want to see if Cantini has made it back out on the field. No, he's still standing here on the sideline trying to move around.
He wants to get out there.
Yes, he does. I don't know if they're going to let him in the football game again or not.
So it is a dramatic contest as we go into the third overtime. This one has just been a tremendous game from the get-go. There have been so many ebbs and flows. It's just been outstanding.
Yeah, and you know what? It's just been, there's not been one team that has gained a lot of turnovers and saying, boy, how come they can't win? It hasn't been the other team. So, this has just been a fun football game to be a part of.
So Mammarella will have a chance to recover here as they'll get the ball first offensively. Mammarella looks to the outside. Smith was there, intercepted by the Quakers. Jamal Johnson comes up with the interception.
Well, you can see it, Jamal. He tried to throw it inside to him a little bit. Jamal had inside coverage. Mammarella tried to throw it in there, and Jamal turned right at the right time and took the ball right away from him. So,
read the receiver's eyes, got the interception, and now the Quakers have a chance to snap a long losing streak.
Well, as long as you don't have, any negative plays right here, you're sitting pretty good. And I really do believe at this point in time, Coach Dennison's got to be feeling pretty good about himself. And I think that he wants to put this on the shoulders of number 5. Just get some positive yardage with him.
Boy, you look at how quickly this one turned. I'm sure the New Philadelphia fans thought, oh, my God, here we go again.
Exactly.
And then now we're down here at the other end.
Now you're here, so you know what? You don't want to turn the ball over just like Dover did right there. So I think you put it into number 5. You let number 3 lead him up through there and get positive yardage. Get down there close enough. If you have to, let Sabo kick a field goal.
Well, Dover defensively is going to have to take some chances here. The handoff to Johnson, straight ahead. Johnson to the 15-yard line. So Jamal Johnson, not only has he carried the ball a bunch, but he's also intercepted a pass.
Yes, that's been. He's been pretty solid on both sides of the football. He's been solid defensively also tonight.
There's a lot of tired football players out there, but they've got some adrenaline now. Johnson straight ahead. Johnson spins inside, spins again down to the 6-yard line.
Now you're in a situation, New Philadelphia. I think you just go ahead and hand 5 the ball, and whatever happens, happens here because you got 4 downs to do whatever you need to do.
Well, all of a sudden, the mood has changed on the New Philadelphia side,
Yes,
I promise
it has.
you.
That was the interception by Jamal right there. You know, that pretty much turnover by Dover down there. New Philadelphia's had 2 breaks in this football game, so, you know, they got a chance to put the W on their side.
We'll go to the power eye. The handoff to Johnson. Off left side. Dives in. Touchdown. Game's over. Quakers win. Quakers win it 34-28.
Well, that was the thing right there he wanted to do. That was just the old power eye right there. Once he got through the line of scrimmage, that was all Jamal Johnson. I just don't think there was any possible way they were going to deny him the end zone on that.
So the New Philadelphia Quakers come up with a huge victory, 34-28 in triple overtime, as it is just a big victory for New Philadelphia and is likely going to propel them way up in the computer standings.
I would think so, that he's going to be right there.
Coming up, we'll have the McInturf Realty post-game show. We'll also take a look at our Rack Battlefield Live Ohio MVPs. That I'm going to tell you, there's a few candidates on both sides, but there's one that's standing out for the New Philadelphia Quakers right now.
I don't think there's any question.
So we will take a timeout. We'll come back, wrap this one up for you as New Philadelphia ends a long losing streak to the Dover Tornadoes with a 34-28 triple overtime victory. Back with more in a moment right here on TV2 Sports.
A nursing home or your own home, it's good to be home. So call Ember Complete Care for all of your home health needs. When you're recovering from illness or injury, our compassionate staff promotes healing in the most comfortable environment of all, your own home. For skilled nursing, physical therapy, wound care, and more, Ember Complete Care serves all of Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Harrison counties. Call 800-462-0909. Ember Complete Care. It's good to be home.
Hi, this is Denise from the Glass Lumber Company. Are you ready to tackle those fall projects? Call Glass Lumber. We have everything you need to finish those fall projects. Do you want to make your home more energy efficient? Call Glass Lumber and ask about new windows, doors, and insulation. Do you need a new roof? Call Glass Lumber. We offer complete roofing packages and we deliver. Do you need pressure-treated lumber? Call Glass Lumber. We have a complete line of pressure-treated premium grade pro wood for all of your building projects. Doors, windows, insulation, roofing packages, flooring, a complete line of hardware, and of course lumber. With estimating and delivery, it's all at the Glass Lumber Company. Are you not sure if the project will fit the budget? Call Glass Lumber. We are a service company also. From the handyman to the contractor, Glass Lumber Company, we have everything to build anything. On the Boulevard in New Philadelphia or online at glasslumbercompany.com.
Looking for ways to get a return on your marketing investment? Get results with Digital Marketing Group. We provide a digital marketing solution with state-of-the-art opportunities to increase your visibility in the community, optimize your digital presence, and maximize your marketing investment. We specialize in affordable websites, custom mobile apps, search engine and social media optimization, high-definition video production, broadcast television. If it's digital, we develop it. If you're looking for a way to increase your profitability, obtain new customers, retain current customers, and get the return on your marketing investment, then go digital. Get results with Digital Marketing Group.
Welcome back. An exciting 34-28 victory for the New Philadelphia Quakers over the Dover Tornadoes in triple overtime. And what are you going to say? You know, our McInturf Realty post-game show, we're going to get to that in just a second, but our Ghost Red drive of the game, that has to be the last drive where Jamal Johnson carried it in from 7 yards out to complete triple overtime and give the Quakers a win, snap an 8-game losing streak, and that is our Go Shred drive of the game. They shred the past to protect your future. So getting to the McInturf Realty postgame show, and McInturf Realty, whenever buying or selling a home, make the call to McInturf Realty. There are 20 full-time agents with over 240 years of experience ready to help you. McInturf Realty. Make the call, 330-364-HOME or 330-364-SOLD. And I'll tell you what a night for the New Philadelphia Quakers. They're going to remember this one for a long time.
Oh, they are. I mean, this is one, I guess you talk about a long time coming. You know, this is a group of seniors. A few of them, you know, most of those kids played some as sophomores. Jamal Johnson has played 4 years. They've been on the losing end 2 of those 4 years. You know what I mean? Comes down right to the wire. And I guess maybe it was their time, Scott.
Well, you know what? They did a terrific job in that overtime. They could have given up. They did not. They kept after it. They got the big play late in the second overtime. Dover had a misplay. New Philly recovered the fumble, ending the Dover Tornadoes' chances of what could have been a game ender right there.
Well, you look at that, and let's just talk overtime for a minute. You know, New Philly wins the toss, goes on defense in the first overtime. First play, Dover scores. You know, they could have hung their hats right there, but no, they turn around, they score. Now you turn around the second overtime, boom, you get down, you score. Dover's got the ball, chance to get down, make it happen. Miscue. I don't know, you know, whether the handoff wasn't there, Mamarilla didn't, whatever it may be. Fumble, they get it. Now New Philly gets it in the third overtime, and it was all Jamal Johnson.
Well, let's take a look at our full game statistics here. Boy, there were a lot of them.
And, you know, you're right. And a lot of yardage. You know, you look at things here. Dover, 17 attempts rushing the football tonight, 43 yards. A lot of that big 43 yards was Mamarilla's scamper on his touchdown. Passing, they were 32 of 48 for 330 yards, 373 total yards, 4 turnovers. 3 of them matched the Quakers. The 1 of them got the Quakers the win. On New Philly's side, they had 49 rushing attempts for 189 yards, 17 of 27 passing, 216 yards for a total of 405 yards, and the Quakers did have 3 turnovers tonight. Look at individually a little bit, you know, Mamarilla, you know, does what he does. He's grown so much, you know, this year as a quarterback. Cantini had 15 receptions for 146 yards. Turn it over to New Philly. You know, Johnson, not a Jamal Johnson we think night, but yes, it was in this type of football game. He carried the ball 23 times. He had 103 yards, none bigger than those last 7 he took into the end zone.
Yeah, that certainly was capping off a great high school career from a perspective of the regular season.
Correct.
Now we've got to look at the postseason. New Philadelphia is in. Whether they host or not depends on a lot of factors. We'll know more as time goes on here over the weekend. That's been the McInturf Realty postgame show. Whenever buying or selling a home, make the call to McInturf Realty. There are 20 full-time agents with over 240 years of experience ready to help you. McInturf Realty. Make the call, 330-364-HOME or 330-364-SOLD. And the last thing that we're going to do is name our Rack Battlefield Live MVPs. Rack Battlefield Live Ohio, the area's newest laser tag facility. Drop by and check out the facility, take a guided tour, walk through the indoor arena, visit the Rack Room Arcade, and play Battlefield Live Ohio, all at 307 North Tuscarawas Avenue in downtown Dover, across from Chase Bank. And if we take a look at the situation with the MVPs for the New Philadelphia Quakers, a simple choice, number 5, Jamal Johnson. Did a great job.
Did on both sides of the football. You know, did his thing on offense, did what he had to do, made a heck of a play on defense right there in that third overtime with that interception.
And also then for the Dover Tornadoes, we felt that Johnny DeGidio playing the second half hurt, obviously made some big plays for losses, really keyed the Dover defense.
He did, and, you know, he did make those big plays when the Quakers were gone down the field. I think, you know, with what he had to go overcome in that second half, I'll tell you what, he stepped up as a football player tonight.
So that really a couple of choices there. They are brought to you by Rock Battlefield Live Ohio in downtown Dover across from Chase Bank. That is going to do it here from Crater Stadium. A triple overtime victory for the New Philadelphia Quakers as they defeat the Dover Tornadoes 34-28. For Chuck Rest and the remainder of our TV2 Sports team, I'm Scott Robinson saying so long, everybody.